Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to TalkThrough. In this series, we're going to be taking our friends through our favorite pop culture and video game stories. So, I'll go and introduce myself first. I am Mute. I'm the one with the brown hair that is talking at the moment. Next to me is Green, or GreenSpleenSubmarine from his channel.
Hi everyone, this is GreenSpleenSubmarine. You might know me from narrations and stuff.
Submarine.
Yeah, you might know me from the hit channel GreenSpleenSubmarine, where I, GreenSpleenSubmarine, read things. Hello.
And then to his right, wearing the goofy hat and the red hair, is Krautman.
Good afternoon. You know me from nowhere. Don't feel guilty.
I don't know how I don't know why he's here.
Because we made a deal.
The last guy ditched on us, so we had to
There you go.
Right, and then one more quick housekeeping thing. I would like to thank Monty, Neil, and Chase from the LoreDump channel for inspiring this little series of events. Their channel will also be in the description along with GreenSpleenSubmarines. Okay, so first things first. Krautman, how much do you know about Kingdom Hearts?
I know that there are edgy anime people alongside Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck, who happens to be the most powerful mage of all time, and that is about it.
Okay. And Green, how much do you know about Kingdom Hearts?
I know it has some banger intro music. I know that Mickey Mouse is there, much like my friend Krautman here. And I know there's a dude with spiky hair, and then also there's a blonde guy in the second game that is also the guy with the spiky hair, but they're the same guy, but they're different.
Okay.
Or something.
So, a little bit of background info on what Kingdom Hearts is. It is a strange chance encounter that brought this series to us. Two executives, one from Square and one from Disney, met in an elevator, and basically this is their brainchild. They hired the lead character designer of Final Fantasy VII, Tetsuya Nomura, to direct this in his directorial debut. It is very weird, and I love it, and that is why I'm going to put you guys through this.
Understandable.
Yeah, I've heard some things about its storyline kind of being like all over the place.
It's
not quite Metal Gear Solid, but
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not that bad as long as you pay attention.
Oh, you see, that's gonna be the hard part.
Yeah. All right. So, Kingdom Hearts. You said it has banger music, and you are absolutely correct. This game opens with Utada Hikaru's "Simple and Clean," while the opening cinematic goes on. It begins with the first words we hear being spoken by our main character, the happy boy, Sora.
Look at him in his spiky hair.
Yeah. Gotta love that
Jesus
early
Christ,
2000s drip.
Those pants, he's got them goofy shoes,
Oh
he's really
God.
he's killing it.
His
Hey,
design...
if you can't serve in a 2000s video game, where can you serve?
True. His design was supposed to be a mixture of Final Fantasy and literally Mickey Mouse. That's why his shoes are big and yellow.
I can now actually legitimately see that. That's, what a horrible combination! What an odd combination. But they nailed it.
Yeah.
Awful taste, great execution.
True. He opens up by saying, "I've been having these weird thoughts lately. Like, is any of this for real? Or not?" At the end of the opening cinematic, Sora is plunged into an ocean and lands on a stained glass platform, sporting the image of Snow White surrounded by the 7 dwarves. You visit a few more of these platforms, one for Cinderella, Aurora, Belle, and the fact that it's these 4 princesses is actually important. You go through the game's tutorial, and on Belle's platform, a disembodied voice says the closer you get to light, the greater your shadow becomes, as Sora's shadow expands into a giant shadow creature known as the Dark Side.
Oh, I think I remember. I think I actually remember fighting this guy. Because I played a little bit of the first one so long ago when I was, I don't know, 5, 4?
I fought one boss. He had guns. That was what I remember.
Oh yeah, I had you fight Zigbar's data battle in KH3. Oh, you also fought Larxene.
Oh, was she the woman?
Yeah, we'll get there.
One of these
Bro's name was
names,
Zigbar?
dude.
Yeah, Zigbar's great. I love him.
That sounds like
Wow.
a slur. That sounds like a slur for an alien species.
Oh my god. Listen here, you fucking Zigbar. You might
Honestly, bro.
Jesus. Anyways, the voice continues, but don't be afraid and don't forget. The voice is cut off by a boss fight. Win or lose, Sora starts being consumed by darkness, and the voice returns. But don't be afraid. You hold the mightiest weapon of all, so don't forget. You are the one who will open the door. Sora wakes up on a sunny beach of the Destiny Islands, where Kairi, our generic love interest, she calls him a lazy bum and then bonks him on the head. She's kind of.
You'll never take Kairi's heart.
We're not there yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. Spoilers.
She's kind of a spunky little lass, and we learned from this conversation that she's not actually native to the islands. But she also doesn't know where she's from. She says she would like to visit her hometown sometime, and Sora mentions he'd like to see it as well, along with any other worlds out there. Another boy's voice calls from behind them and asks, "Hey, aren't you guys forgetting about me?" And we see our best friend, Riku. We love Riku.
He's also got spiky hair.
He does.
It's an anime game. Were you expecting different?
Not only is it an anime game, it's Tetsuya Nomura. He designed Vincent Valentine. Like, come on.
Who?
Final Fantasy
Dude
VII,
in a red coat with guns.
He also
Oh.
designed Cloud and a lot of other Final
Oh,
Fantasy.
he's got the spikiest hair.
Oh, yeah. Riku mentions that he's been working on the raft and throws a log at Sora, and then calls Kairi just as lazy as he is, which she laughs off. Kairi then challenges the two boys to race to the raft. We collect some supplies to finish building it, and we cut to later that evening where the three friends are talking about where they're going to go with their raft. They seem to have it on their minds that there are other worlds out there for them to explore, including Kairi's home. Sora is the only one who is like, how far can a raft actually take us?
And don't they plan to sustain themselves only on weird star fruit or something?
So the food they collect are mushrooms, a single canteen of water, and like 5 fish.
What about the girl with the jump rope that you beat the shit out of? I can't remember her name. I can't remember nobody's names. The guys with the volleyball, you'll chuck them at you really fast.
So the girl.
Yes, they just ate the other people that they attacked.
The girl with the jump rope is Selphie from Final Fantasy IX.
They were Final Fantasy characters.
Yeah. The dude with the ball is Waka from Final Fantasy X, and the kid with the sword is Titus from Final Fantasy X.
Wow.
Yeah. It's very Final Fantasy. We also learned that Riku is eager to leave the islands, and that he hasn't actually thought about what he's gonna do, or how far they can get. But he thanks Kairi for giving him a lot to think about. On their way home...
I mean, look at them. They're obviously protagonists. They'll find a way.
Oh, absolutely. On their way home, Riku throws a star-shaped fruit at Sora and asks, "You wanted one, didn't you?" This is called the Papu fruit.
I always wanted to eat one. Like, just, just wanted to gnaw on it, man. Look at it.
They look scrumptious.
It looks like a Trix, a piece of Trix cereal.
Yeah, a little bit. Riku explains, if two people share one, their destinies become intertwined. They'll remain a part of each other's lives no matter what. Sora stares at it. Riku adds, "Come on, I know you want to try it." Sora starts, "What are you talking about?" before he's cut off by Riku laughing and running away. Sora tosses the fruit into the water and chases after his friend. We fade to black and fade back into Disney Castle, where the court wizard Donald Duck is entering the throne room to greet the king. But King's gone. He's gone. He's not there.
Is the king Michael Mouse?
Maybe. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, it is. It is. It absolutely is.
Wow.
Pluto the dog gives Donald a letter that he reads and then goes sprinting out of the throne room screaming. He goes to the captain of His Majesty's Royal Guard, Goofy.
Oh my god, why?
Yuck. Gosh.
We've got traitors to the state, yuck. Take them to the Johnson block. Gosh.
Gosh. Guilty. Send them to the guillotine.
Oh. Goofy is asleep in the garden and only wakes up after Donald electrocutes him.
I mean,
As you do.
I'd zap him too.
Donald tells Goofy that there's a problem and that he can't tell anyone, not even Queen Minnie or Daisy, who are standing right behind him. You know, standard Disney joke, just, he's right behind me, isn't he? Back on Destiny Islands, Sora is running around collecting fish, mushrooms, and fresh water for their raft trip. Hey, see? And he ends up in a cave where we see several cave drawings. Sora walks up to one and it appears to be of him and Kairi. We see a brief flashback of the two when they were 6 years old, drawing each other on the wall. Kairi drawing of Sora is obviously much better than his of her.
As
He
one
tried.
does.
He tried.
Are there other Destiny bananas involved? That's the only thing I'm gonna call them.
Any
They
more
are the
Destiny
fruits of fate, the Destiny bananas.
Destiny bananas. Oh, Lord.
I refuse to call them a pow pow fruit or whatever
Pow
the
poo
name was.
fruit.
Sounds unappetizing.
You don't want to eat the pow poo fruit?
Surprisingly, no. I don't need a fate banana.
Not willing to eat the fate banana. Not gonna make it.
Aw, Sag. But come on, man. We're supposed to share the Papu fruit. We're supposed to be connected forever. Anyways, we cut back to Sora. We cut back to modern Sora, who's adding to the drawing, making it to where it looks like he's giving Kairi a Papu fruit.
He loves her.
I said
He wants their destiny. He wants their destinies to be intertwined. If you know what I'm saying.
Is that what the kids are calling it these days?
They're
Yes,
14
sir.
years old.
Oh fuck!
Oh no!
Actually, I think she's 13.
Exposed. You're a real VTuber now, Green.
Yeah, no. You can still get the minor victory in this match, and I went, hey, I may be a YouTuber, but I don't go after minors. And that one person to the right of me just stared at me. That was great.
Sora gets startled by a robed figure standing behind him, who in the commanding voice of Billy Zane says, "I've come to see the door to this world. This world has been connected." Billy Zane is the guy from Titanic.
I've never seen the Titanic.
Neither have I, but I know he's there. I put the
Bro,
coat,
how am I the only person in here who's watched the Titanic?
I put the coat on the girl. That guy.
I know what happens at the end. Why would I watch it?
Bro.
That's out of pocket, but correct. It's really not worth the watch. Unpopular opinion. It's kind of mid.
Dang.
And you have to suffer through Celine Dion, so, you know.
Already getting the
Oh,
spicy
damn.
takes. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm sorry
far.
I'm getting you canceled about this.
Bring
Wherever
it.
you are.
Anyways, Sora's like, bro, what? And the robed figure continues, tied to the darkness, soon to be completely eclipsed. You do not yet know what lies beyond the door. There is so very much to learn. You understand so little. Sora's just like, oh yeah, well, I'm gonna get out there and learn what's out there. And the roadman shuts him down. A meaningless effort. One who knows nothing can understand nothing.
Damn,
Oh.
he really said you ain't got no knowledge, and also your shoes goofy.
This
Goofy's the dog.
this Disney Final Fantasy game can really flip flop on tone, huh?
Yeah.
You
Really
got
bad.
Destiny Bananas
tone
one
is-
turn, and then you got a hooded figure in a cave talking to you about all sorts of wacky stuff.
Yeah.
The tonal shifts I can only describe as neck shattering, to be honest.
Oh.
It's great. Just wait, man. It gets so good. Anyway, the figure vanishes, and Sora looks at a random wooden door in the cave and leaves. He's just like, yeah, whatever, man, and just walks away. Sora goes to Kairi, who is making a good luck charm out of seashells in the shape of a star. They call
Oh,
it a
sweet.
day and sit on the dock where Kairi mentions that Riku has changed, and she suggests that her and Sora just take the raft and leave.
Fuck this Riku guy, am I right?
Real.
Sora's like, the fuck? And she laughs it off, saying she was afraid at first, but now she's ready, because she knows no matter where she goes, she can always come back to the islands. She tells Sora to never change, and then says that she can't wait to set sail.
How sweet.
We cut back to Disney Castle, where we learn the contents of the letter. The king mentions that the stars have been going out in the sky, and he had to leave to see what is going on. He tells Donald and Goofy to find a key and to stay with it. He adds, go to Traverse Town and find Leon. P.S. Would you apologize for Minnie to me? Thanks, pal.
Go ahead, send your buddy to your wife. Alrighty, that's gonna end up well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
Jiminy Cricket offers to accompany them as a scribe to chronicle their travels. The three of them and
Why
Pluto.
Jiminy?
I don't know, man. They need a conscience. Disney bullshit. Let's go with that. The three of them and Pluto go to
Why
the
is
hangar.
that going to be an explanation for like 90% of this fucking franchise?
Don't question it.
Any bullshit.
The three of them and Pluto go to the hangar and board their spaceship.
Okay. So the medieval kingdom with a court wizard and a captain of the guard just casually have an interstellar transport.
Yeah.
Is this Warhammer 40k? It's Kingdom Hearts just Warhammer?
Just Disneyfied Warhammer.
Maybe. Also, this game was released on the PlayStation 2. That is an intentional style decision for the ship because it's made out of things called gummy blocks. The spaceship is literally made out of space candy.
Kind of looks like Aspro.
Well, that's they give it. That's the excuse for the low poly count. It's
Yeah.
space gummies.
Yeah.
I have space gummies.
Definitely,
but-
wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You do have space gummies. We've gamed with you on space gummies.
I can neither confirm nor deny. My lawyers have advised me not to comment further.
Oh, man. 4chan gonna have a day with you, man. Anyways, Chip and Dale are the ones who, like, control the hangar, and they're just like, all right, later. Back to Sora. He's laying in bed when he looks outside and sees a storm coming. He gets worried about the raft and rushes out to save it as his mom calls him down for dinner. As Sora docks his boat, he sees a giant black ball of darkness in the sky and notices that Riku and Kairi's boats are already there. Small ant-like creatures... Oh, sorry.
Did they have? Were there parents on the island?
There's two islands. You can't... Okay. In gameplay, you can't see it. But there's actually a main island that's like maybe 500 yards from the other one.
So they're not like a bunch of Lord of Flies ass kids running around an island or something.
No,
There's parents and everything.
Yeah, they have parents.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you can color our surprise, by the fact that they're children in an anime, especially a Final Fantasy property.
Yeah.
We were expecting there to be a tragic backstory involving orphanages and the like.
Of course, yes.
We'll get there.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Small ant-like creatures appear out of the ground and start attacking. Sora
Michael,
tries-
have you ever seen an ant?
I mean, they're ant-like. Got the big head. Yeah.
They have feet and hands like a person, and non-compound eyes. They have They have a set of antenna. Does not an ant make?
I mean, it looks like an ant, sorta, to me. If you've had some aforementioned space gummies, but
Yeah, if you're just a little out there, sure, I suppose.
Space gummies and Destiny bananas.
Oh boy.
Or Fate bananas, sorry. Fate bananas.
fate banana. That was my nickname in high school.
We all know that wasn't true, Angry Inch. Sora tries to fight them off with a wooden sword, but is doing nothing, so he runs. He finds Riku standing near the palm trees and asks where Kairi is. Riku says the door has opened. Now we can go to the outside world. Sora's not having any of it and says, we've got to find Kairi. Riku says Kairi's coming with us. Once we've stepped through, we might not be able to come back. We may never see our parents again. There's no turning back, but this may be our only chance. We can't let fear stop us. I'm not afraid of the darkness. He then reaches his
That
hand.
is a silly opinion.
He then reaches his hand out to Sora as darkness surrounds him. Sora reaches out trying to save his friend, but they are both consumed. A bright light shines in, and a giant key appears in Sora's hand, with the word Keyblade echoing around him. Riku is gone, nowhere to be found, and Sora is now able to fight off the shadowy creatures surrounding him. He makes his way to the cave, which now sports a pearly white door in front of it. He runs in to see Kairi, as she turns around looking dazed. She is barely able to get out the word Sora, before the wooden door slams open and Kairi is sent flying towards him. He tries to catch her, but she disappears through him, and he's blown out onto a chunk of the island that is floating off into the dark void above.
Get fucked.
Another boss fight against Darkseid
Oh, is this fella?
again.
Oh.
Sora defeats the monster, and it floats into the darkness of the storm. It's not long before Sora is sucked into it as well. We cut back to Donald and Goofy, who are walking through a town square, when Goofy looks into the sky and watches a star vanish, and he points it out to Donald. The two continue through Traverse Town, where Pluto
Great
separates...
soundtrack.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Pluto separates from Goofy and Donald, and Goofy wants to follow him, but Donald calls him a dumbass and walks off. So Goofy follows.
Does he actually call him? I imagine not, but...
No, he goes, "Oh, what do you know, you big palooka?" And Goofy's like, "What do I know?" And follows him. Pluto, of course, doesn't listen to them, and finds Sora in an alleyway, licking his face to wake him up. Sora's like, "Oh, what a weird dream." And then Pluto jumps on him, and he's like, whoa, okay, not a dream, not a dream, not a dream. He walks into the 2nd district of Traverse Town, where he sees a man running away from shadowy creatures. He falls, and his heart is released from his chest, which then turns into another shadow monster, this one dressed up in armor.
This is why you don't take Benadryl, kids. This is why you don't abuse Benadryl, because then you get shadow demons.
If you take too much, that guy, he's at the foot of your bed at night. I can confirm.
Wow.
He fights off more of the shadows before returning to the town square, where he runs into Squall Leonhart from Final Fantasy VIII, played by David Boreanaz, aka Angel from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and Agent Booth from Bones. They have a lot of really high-profile actors in this.
No kidding.
Jesus.
Haley Joel Osment plays Sora, the guy from the kid from Sixth Sense.
And also he's in
The Boys.
Oh geez, The Boys. Yeah, that was trippy.
Yeah. Kyrie is played by Hayden Panettiere, which I don't know anything that she's from, but she is very recognizable. Squall says they'll come at you from nowhere, and they'll keep coming at you as long as you continue to wield the Keyblade. He then questions why it would choose a kid like Sora and goes to take it, but Sora stands his ground. So Squall attacks. Win or lose, Sora passes out and a female voice calls out to Leon, and the camera pans up to show Yuffie from Final Fantasy VII, played by Christy Carlson Romano, aka Kim Possible.
What?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Hey Sora, what's the sitch?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Sadly, there's no Kim Possible world. Maybe in Kingdom Hearts 4. Anyway.
I hate it here.
Squall, who I will now be referring to as Leon, comments that there are a lot of things that are worse. There are a lot worse than they thought, and we fade to black. Also, there's a reason why he goes by Leon. It's stupid, and so we're not going to talk about it.
No, that's important. Why does he go by Leon?
I'll explain it when it comes up. We cut to Riku waking up.
It is going to come up, okay.
Yeah, we cut to Riku waking up on a stone floor in the middle of a strange water feature. He calls out for his friends as he stands up, and we zoom out to see a mysterious figure watching over him.
Ooh.
Hey kids, this is the kind of shit that happens when you say, "I'm not afraid of the darkness." You wind up
Yeah.
in the darkness.
Yeah. Any guesses?
The shadow demons end up at your door. Happens to all of us.
Any
Bingo.
guesses as to who this individual could be?
Maleficent. I don't know.
Maleficent.
Generic evil dude in a robe. Number
Look
4.
at them nails. Look at them nails. They ain't an evil dude.
You ever seen an anime?
Slay.
Those could be claws for all you know.
Them nails is done nice, okay?
Them nails is 4 pixels. I don't know what you mean.
This lady is serving, okay? So, you know.
We transition back to Donald and Goofy still wandering around Traverse Town, and Goofy is commenting that it sure is spooky. Donald says he's not scared as a hand comes into frame and taps his shoulder, sending him into a panic. He turns around and sees Aerith from Final Fantasy VII, played by Mandy Moore, aka Rapunzel from Tangled.
Doesn't she get got in Final Fantasy? No, wait, no. That's somebody else.
No, that's her. I was about to say,
Oh,
does Sephiroth come out and absolutely own the shit out of her in front of a Disney character? Because I would pay to watch that scene.
We'll get to Sephiroth.
Hey.
She asks Donald and Goofy if the king sent them, and then we cut to Sora, who wakes up in a hotel room to see Kairi standing over him. She's safe! Yay! She's been trying to wake him up. He says, "I'm so glad you're okay, Kairi." And she responds with, "Kairi? Who are you talking about? I'm the great ninja Yuffie."
Shit.
Oh.
She
Damn,
comments,
the hallucination's already happening.
she comments, You may have overdone it, Squall. And he responds saying, that's Leon. Okay, I'm just going to explain it now. Basically, they lost their world, and Leon thinks it's his fault for not protecting it good enough. So until he can basically reform the world or save it or whatever, he wants to go by Leon instead of Squall. It's dumb. It is
Not
so
a phase.
dumb.
It's not a phase, Dad.
Silly, edgy anime bullshit.
Yup. Leon says that the creatures will probably find them soon, and that it's hard to believe that Sora is the chosen one. Leon picks up the Keyblade, and it vanishes from his hand and returns to Sora. In another room, Aerith is talking to Donald and Goofy about how the existence of other worlds is meant to be a secret. But that was because before, they weren't connected. But now the Heartless are connecting them. The
Is that
Heartless
the Benadryl demons?
Yeah, the
It's
Heartless
just
are the
so
shadow creatures.
incongruous to see fucking Goofy and Donald Duck and Aerith Gainsborough and their own native art styles in the same room. It's wrong.
just-
My brain
you have
says
to-
no.
Wait,
You have to appreciate them just willing to throw them together without any compromise
Honestly.
for art style.
Tetsuya Nomura is a crazy man.
Batshit.
And I love him. He's so great. It gets so much weirder when we get to Kingdom Hearts 3 because they're in like Unreal Engine 4 at that point.
Oh my god.
And it's jarring to say the least. Back to Sora, Yuffie is explaining to him that the Heartless are the creatures that have been chasing him. Her and Leon explain that the darkness in people's hearts is what attracts them, and that there is darkness in every heart. Aerith asks if Donald and Goofy have ever heard of a man named Ansem who was studying the Heartless. He had written a detailed report of his findings, but when the Final Fantasy character's world was lost, the report was scattered to many worlds.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm learning.
Mr.
Ah, yes, I see. I don't get it.
I guess I totally understand. Doesn't understand at all.
Sora tells Yuffie and Leon he didn't want to be the chosen one, but they hit it with a "too bad, you're the chosen one, go do chosen one things." Sora then finally remembers that his whole world got swallowed by the darkness and asks what happened to them. I think he literally says like, "What happened to my island, my parents, Riku, Kairi?"
They dead, buddy.
Leon's like, "I don't know, man."
I don't know.
Fuck, man, you got parents? I don't know. They're gone or something. I don't, you didn't figure it out.
Usually we don't have parents for long around here.
We're used to that.
He gets
I don't really know.
Heartless suddenly appears in the room, and Leon yells for everyone to leave. The door slams open, smashing Donald behind it as everyone escapes.
Oh my god.
Okay, I didn't put it in the script, but there's actually a moment where like Donald and Goofy are talking to each other, and Donald is like out of frame, so he literally grabs the camera and pulls it down to him.
Like I said, the tonal shifts can only be described as giving me whiplash.
Yeah, this game is great. It's so good. Sora runs around Traverse Town searching for the Heartless leader on Leon's suggestion, barely missing Donald and Goofy as they continuously make their way around the town before finally coming together in the 3rd District.
Okay.
Great frame.
But yeah, Donald and Goofy literally get thrown off of a balcony by Heartless and land on him, and they're just like, "Oh hey, the key!" as they see his Keyblade. The trio fight off waves of Heartless until the boss drops in, the guard armor. With the boss
That's
defeated,
not an armor.
I mean it is. It's armor, just without the person.
Okay.
Don't question it.
Boss, I'm questioning it.
With the boss
I'm
defeated,
for real. I'm questioning.
with the boss defeated, Donald and Goofy tell Sora they need to come with him and travel to the other worlds. Sora wonders if he'll find Riku and Kairi on their adventures, and Leon encourages him to go along. Donald and Goofy mention that their ship runs on happy faces, so he needs to look funny like them. So he smiles.
That's
that
that's in my nightmares.
That's a great frame. That's an awesome frame.
That's horrific. That
You know what? You don't like spiky anime boy Higo?
Oh, God. We might have been thinking it, but you didn't have to say it.
Oh,
That's vile.
they all laugh it off, and Sora agrees to go with them. They put their hands together and say, "All for one and one for all." We switch.
You haven't earned the 3 Musketeers.
Oh, just wait until Dream Drop Distance, buddy.
God. All right, which one is that one? The 7th or the 13.2nd game?
I think that was the 87th, but I can't
I'm
remember.
pretty sure actually you're right. I think it is 7.
Oh, Jesus wept.
So there are seven, huh?
There's
like,
more than.
There's like 13 games right now.
Bruh.
Actually, I think maybe Kingdom Hearts 4 will be number 13. I don't know. I'd have to recount.
What about the one on the Game Boy?
We'll get there. That's the next game in the series.
Oh, God.
We switch to a shadowy room where a shadowy group of individuals stand around a shadowy table. Ooh.
The CIA.
I'm gonna go grab some rum and just take a shot every time you say shadow or shadowy or shadowed or something.
Oh man, dude. The drinking game is Keyblade Light Darkness Heart.
I think I would die by this point alone.
Oh, you would be gone. Anyways, one remarks how they're surprised that Little Squirt took down the Heartless. A second responds, such is the power of the Keyblade. A third wants to turn him into a Heartless, while a fourth remarks that Donald and Goofy are the king's lackeys, and commenting that they're all bilge rats by the look of them, before a fifth member says, "You're no prize yourself." And the sixth member makes her way in, Maleficent, saying that Sora could be the one to conquer the darkness, or will it swallow him? Either way, he could be quite useful.
Ah, so it was that lady that
Yeah, it
I
was
can't remember
Maleficent.
the name of now. Ah,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
She just said it, bro.
Do you want to know the rest of the council, or do you want it to be a surprise?
Well, I know one of them's Peter, or the Captain Hook. I think. Who else would mention bilge rats?
Captain Hook.
Yeah.
He's a pirate.
Yeah.
I know they're all Disney villains because we haven't gotten to the weird dudes in the other robes yet.
We'll get there.
Oh yeah.
That's
I've only heard mentioned in a Maxor video, so I don't know anything about them.
That's next game.
Oh boy.
Sora, Donald, and Goofy go to Wonderland, which has a banging soundtrack. Oh, it's so good.
I'll be with you, Chief. I only remember Traverse Town.
That's fine. The music of Kingdom Hearts is phenomenal. Like
That's nothing special. I can get to Wonderland with a certain substance too.
It's me.
Those space gummies, baby.
Hey.
Space gummies and fate bananas.
There you go.
They follow the White Rabbit through the talking door and attempt to save Alice from a trial where she's being accused of trying to steal the Queen of Hearts' heart. SDG, that's what I'm going to refer to them as for now on, get involved and tell the Queen that they'll find the real culprits. They explore through Wonderland searching for evidence to acquit Alice, fighting off Heartless as they go. When they return with the evidence, it is revealed that Heartless were responsible. The Queen says, "Nah, seize them all." And you do a boss fight against card soldiers and a tower thingy that is keeping Alice in a cage, held up next to the Queen's seat. SDG beat the soldiers, destroy the tower, and when they go to retrieve Alice, she's gone.
Of course. It couldn't be that easy.
I think I remember reading that they actually got the original voice actress of Alice to reprise her role in this, and she was 60, 70, 80. She was up there in age when she did it, but she still was able to hit the voice and tone perfectly.
It's funny that she actually gets used for like a few characters in this game.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Because she also plays Wendy from Peter Pan.
Ah.
The Queen sends her card guards to find Alice, and SDG follows suit. Cheshire Cat mentions that she was taken by the shadows and continues to speak cryptically. Throughout the rooms of the world, they continue on until they reach the talking doorknob, where you have a boss fight against the Trickmaster. He is so hard. He's so annoying.
What a crazy design he's got there.
I cannot tell what the fuck he is.
Very Boss-esque, I think.
So, in the boss fight, if you don't do some of the optional stuff in Wonderland, you won't get the frost spell or the freeze spell. So he lights a furnace to light his little weapons, and he launches fireballs at you. If you don't have the freeze spell, you can't turn off the furnace.
Nice.
So yeah, it gets really hard if you don't have that. After the boss is defeated, the doorknob complains about the racket. Sora's keyblade starts to shake in his hand, and it points itself at the doorknob's keyhole. and fires a freaking laser beam into his mouth.
As you do when you unlock doors.
I mean, that's what I did to get into my house earlier.
We go through a fortune at Lowe's.
The sound of a locking, not unlocking, door can be heard as the beam goes away and a gummy block plops to their feet. Confused about what just happened, SDG turned to the Cheshire Cat, who says, Alice is gone. She's no longer here, so heck off. They wonder where Alice could have gone and leave, arriving at Olympus Coliseum.
Oh, God.
Isn't this did they bring in Danny DeVito to play the Goat Man?
Unfortunately not. It's someone doing a Danny DeVito impression.
Absolutely unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
Why even bother?
They encounter Phil in the lobby of the Coliseum.
Frat.
Okay, you have to put that image on screen too.
He's currently preparing for the games, and he mentions that only heroes can enter. Donald says that they're heroes, and Phil laughs it off. They go to leave frustrated, but are stopped by Hades, who gives them a pass to enter the games. They go back, show off their pass.
That face.
And Phil
He is engrossed. Bro is reading all the letters and none of them.
It's just Percy Jackson. He has dyslexia unless it's Greek.
The lights are on and the mouth moves, but Mr. Brain has long since departed.
I see Sora has gotten some space gummies too.
Did he eat the one that fell out of the keyhole?
Probably. Let's be real.
Bro is straight
Sora,
suited.
hey, Disney's supposed to be the happiest place on earth. They got to do something, right?
There's heroin in the water.
Now that they have a pass, Phil lets them compete, and while fighting in the games, Sora catches the eye of another competitor, Cloud from Final Fantasy VII.
God, why?
This can only go well.
Played by Steve Burton in his first go at the role. He would later reprise it in Advent Children. And I think the other Final Fantasy VII movie also. Unfortunately, though, he's not remake Cloud. Sag.
So that's a lot of characters from Final Fantasy VII, and very few from any other Final Fantasy game.
7, 8, 9, and 10 are all represented. And, yeah, it's, Nomura. But also,
Fair.
advertising new Square games. Because I think 10 had just come out around the same time. So that's why we get Waka and Titus at the beginning. And I think, no other Final Fantasy X characters until the very... actually, I think not until Kingdom Hearts 2. Yeah. Anyways, later on in the games, Hades is talking to Cloud, telling him to make sure he takes Sora out of the tournament so that he can move on and kill Hercules. Cloud says that the contract was only for Hercules, but Hades reminds him that he made the contract, and that the only way he can get to Hercules is if he kills the kid. So Cloud walks away. Hades remarks that he's stiff.
I definitely thought you were about to say, so naturally, Cloud goes to work.
I mean, yeah, he does.
Destroy the child.
Hades remarks that he's stiffer than the stiffs back home. Still, suckers like him are hard to come by, and as the scene fades, the growling of a large beast can be heard echoing behind him. You do a boss fight against Cloud, and it is also really hard because the beginning of the game is not very child-friendly. But Sora wins, canonically, and while Cloud tries to recover, Hades sets Cerberus free, and he stomps on Cloud. Hercules steps in between them and fends off Cerberus, while SDG go back to help out Hercules.
Look at that.
Yeah.
PS1 Hercules.
This is PlayStation 2.
Yeah, it's PlayStation 2.
20 polygons in his arm.
Hercules fends off Cerberus while they escape, but Sora, Donald, and Goofy end up going back to help him. Now he's carrying an injured Cloud, and SDG fight Cerberus, while Hercules gets Cloud to safety. They manage to defeat the Underworld's biggest, bestest boy.
Biggest, bestest?
Biggest,
Wow.
bestest boy. Phil dubs them junior heroes, and they head out as Phil remarks that he can't believe that they managed to beat Cerberus. To which Hercules leans in and says, I already worn him down a bit. Keep that a secret? And Phil's just like, my lips are sealed. Sora sees Cloud outside as they're leaving and asks why he was working for Hades. Cloud says he's looking for someone, and Hades promised to help. He tried to use the power of darkness to his advantage, but instead it backfired and made it to where he couldn't find the light. Sora, being a good boy, reassures Cloud that he'll find it, and that Sora is looking for his own light as well. Cloud gives Sora the ability to use his Sonic Blade attack, and Sora offers a rematch, but Cloud says, I think I'll pass.
Oh,
It's
God.
too cool for you, Sora.
Too cool for a 14-year-old boy.
Wow.
Jesus.
They go their separate ways, but SDG do eventually return to enter another tournament where they beat Hercules in a fight, find the keyhole to the world underneath a stone pedestal in the Coliseum lobby. Sora locks it, and they leave. While flying through space, Sora, Donald, and Goofy get into an argument, causing the ship to crash into the jungle world. Sora lands alone in a treehouse and is attacked by the leopard Sabor, before he is saved by Tarzan! Sora tries to explain to Tarzan that his friends are missing, starting to say that the loud one is Donald, but stops and says, never mind, I'm looking for my friends Riku and Kairi. Tarzan seems like he understands Sora and leads Sora to Jane's camp. Meanwhile, Goofy is worrying about Sora in a bamboo thicket, and Donald blows it off, saying, who needs him? Before Clayton finds them. And he also takes them from the camp.
Gun.
Oh, shit.
Big
He's
gun.
got a
He looks
Beast.
like the only Disney villain to not do some stupid scheme and to just pull out a gat.
There's also Bambi's, the hunter from Bambi, so, you know, he just straight up killed someone.
he just said, oh, you're a talking animal? Okay.
Bang.
I got some buckshot for that.
I'll make it quick.
SDG reunite, and at first they're happy, but as soon as Sora and Donald realize that they're friendly again, they turn their backs on each other and cross their arms.
Of course.
They help Jane find slides for a projector that the Heartless stole, and they look through them, only for Sora to stop on a slide of a castle and mention that this place, it just looks so familiar. But how? I've never been off my island.
That's a lie.
There's some hidden destiny stuff going on, ain't there?
Well, he did have the
Who
fate
knows?
bananas. You
He
never
did
know
have
what
fate
that could
bananas.
lead to.
Oh, for real.
Maybe he imagined it during his space gummy trip.
Wow.
Oh, God.
You run around the
I've
jungle
been
for
there.
a while. Clayton tries to hunt gorillas. Sora, Donald, Goofy, and Tarzan stop him. He storms off. While in the bamboo thicket, Clayton gets attacked, and everyone goes to check on him, only to find that nothing is left but his pipe. And then they're attacked by Sabor again. They
course.
literally fucking kill him.
And
then
the big
they-
kitty?
Oh no, it gets worse. And then they rip out one of his teeth to use as a piece of equipment.
Oh, shit. Kingdom Hearts is metal as fuck.
Yeah. Literally, you beat him, he falls over dead, eyes still open, and then you just get a bling, a little pop-up that says, now you have this in your inventory.
Oh my God.
Heartless
For every
attack.
Tarzan
time
just said enough screwing around. let me show you anime kids how we do crack.
That's what happens when you return to Monkey.
Yeah. Heartless attack the camp and kidnap Jane and a gorilla. So they all have to track down Jane and save her. Jane reveals that Clayton is the one that took them, and that now he's after the gorillas with an army of Heartless by his side. They track Clayton to a cliff, but Tarzan grunts out, "Not Clayton." A short boss fight later, something crashes through a cliff wall, revealing itself to be a giant chameleon Heartless. And you do another boss fight.
I have deep memories of this thing. I think I watched my mom fight it. It
Rated
also
E for EE for everyone, Deathclaw.
it's no kid.
Fallout talk through when?
I can talk to y'all about Fallout. Let me tell you.
We know. Anyway, you have another boss fight against it and Clayton this time. Clayton is literally shooting Sora with a gun. Like, no joke. He is
Based.
popping caps in this poor little
Well, do you see
anime boy.
Do you see the fucking cudgel that Sora's coming at him with?
I was about to say, that is a soul with a deadly weapon, dog. That is a piece of rebar wrapped in concrete. I think a gun more than evens the field.
As the Heartless dies, it collapses on top of Clayton, killing him.
Of course.
Tarzan leads Sora, Donald, and Goofy into Gorilla's secret hideaway, where they find a keyhole on a massive tree. Here, Tarzan and Jane help translate that while Sora thought Tarzan knew where his friends were, he was actually trying to tell Sora that his friends are in his heart. Aww, so sweet.
Cringe.
Really? He's trying to tell him that his friends are in his heart? Really?
Yeah, legit. He goes, ooh ah. And Jane's like, oh, I get it now. Ooh ah means heart. And then Tarzan's like, yes, heart. Friends.
Why the fuck didn't you say it?
Friends. He goes, friends in heart.
I remember hearing my brother and sister playing the third game, and like every other line of dialogue, I had just to look over and like gag because of just how friends in heart. Ugh.
Yeah, but he also clarifies, Clayton, no heart. Ooh.
Well, yeah, it's been crushed by a giant chameleon.
Guys.
Sora and Donald say their apologies, and Sora takes out his Keyblade, shooting a beam into the keyhole in the tree. You hear another locking sound, get another gummy block, and head back to Traverse Town. We return to the Shadow Council. It's a banger, isn't it? So good.
Good track, good track.
We return to the Shadow Council, who are curious as to why the Heartless were drawn to Tarzan's world, since it wasn't on their radar. Maleficent says it was all Clayton's fault. Then Jafar chimes in that Sora is becoming a problem because he keeps sealing up those keyholes, and they don't like that. But Maleficent reassures him that it doesn't matter because it would take him too long to find the rest, and Sora is unaware of their plans. And then Ursula chimes in saying, yes, the princesses. Maleficent adds that they're falling into their hands one by one as Alice appears in the chamber.
Dun, dun, dun.
Is the Ice King in this game?
Actually, Tom Kenny, the guy who plays Ice King, is in the third game. He's in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Jesus.
Yeah.
He plays Rabbit from Winnie the Pooh. Anyways,
Okay.
back in Traverse Town, Leon is training in the sewers.
Of course. Where else would he be?
You gotta grind. You gotta grind out. First couple levels on rats. That's how RPGs go.
Sora mentions that he found some more keyholes, and Leon says that every world has one that leads directly to the heart of the world. Take another shot. The Heartless, the Heartless search for these keyholes so they can crawl into them and corrupt the hearts of the worlds, dragging them into the darkness. There's 2 shots in that one.
Wow.
They visit Sid.
Why?
They visit Sid from Final Fantasy VII, who gives them a book to deliver to a secret house in town. When they arrive at the house, it's abandoned, and Sora hallucinates that Kairi is walking around, mentioning that something about it reminds her of the cave back home. She disappears, and in walks Merlin from the Sword in the Stone. This is Merlin's house, and the Fairy Godmother's also here.
Just casually, Merlin, the Great Wizard.
Yeah,
Of course.
And the Fairy Godmother from Cinderella. She actually will save, you'll get little crystals when you're playing through the game, and you can bring them to her, and she'll give you battle summons for them. You can get Mushu from Mulan, Simba from Lion King, Bambi and Dumbo. It's great. The king requested them to assist Sora, Donald, and Goofy with their magic. They drop off the book for Merlin to inspect, and they leave. When they leave, they run into Riku, who now has this really cool bat sword.
That
doesn't
man
look
is
ominous. That doesn't look ominous at all.
There is murder in those eyes, and definitely in that sword.
That sword whispers dark things to him while he slumbers.
The eye is important. And I'm gonna leave it at
Don't
that.
say.
I'm gonna leave it at that. Sora is surprised and checks to see if Riku is real by throwing his fingers into his mouth and pulling on him.
As you do.
I mean, that's how I greeted Krautman here at the game store earlier.
I can confirm.
Sora says, I'm not dreaming this time, right? To which Riku responds by saying that he hopes not because it took forever to find him. Sora asks where Kairi is, but Riku thought she was with Sora, and then says she probably got away too, and is looking for them right now. As Riku continues on, a Heartless appears behind him and goes to attack, but Sora strikes it down. Sora continues to explain that they've been traveling to other worlds searching for them, and Goofy adds that Sora is the Keyblade Master. And Riku says, so this is called a Keyblade? And they all look to see how he got it in his hand. Sora is shocked because it was just in his hand, and now it's in Riku's. And we don't see Riku take it. That's important to know.
Interesting.
Homie's evil. Homie's so evil.
Riku gives it back.
He's scheming.
Riku gives it back, and Sora tells him to come with them, but Donald's like, nah, heck off, Riku. And so Riku leaves. Donald and Sora argue about it, and they're like, well, at least he's safe. Sora, Donald, and Goofy meet up with the Final Fantasy crew, who tell them that Maleficent has been in town, and she's the reason the Heartless are in Traverse Town. To begin with, and that the Final Fantasy crew lost their world because of her. They mention Ansem again, saying that he was their ruler, and that he studied the Heartless, and they once again encourage Sora to find his reports. Outside, we see Maleficent standing with Riku, saying that Sora's replaced him with new friends that he likes more, so he's better off with her. Just gaslighting.
All right,
him.
he gets possessed, doesn't he?
Gaslighting a 14-year-old boy. Woo.
Yeah, he's gonna get possessed. I'm calling it.
Sorrel? What? Sora, Donald, and Goofy continue through the town and find Pinocchio hiding in Sid's shop. Jiminy reunites with him and reminds him that he needs to be a good boy. Neither of them know where Geppetto is, though, so Jiminy says he'll go out and find them.
Who is Sid? Because I'm just imagining that weird freak from Toy Story.
In Final Fantasy VII, he is a mechanic that basically helps out the team with their airships and stuff. In Final Fantasy XVI, he's really cool, and I love him. He's great. He's the icon of Rama. There's a Sid in every Final Fantasy game, pretty much.
Wasn't it a woman in 15, the mechanic?
Yeah, she was.
Okay. And the horny strikes with a vengeance. Gotcha.
There it is. There it is.
I know what I'm about.
Whoa.
Jiminy tells Sora, Donald, and Goofy that they're gonna help, and then tells Pinocchio to stay put. They stop back at Merlin's house for some magic training, and while there, Merlin tells Sora that the book they dropped off has a world inside of it. But some of the pages are missing. How sad. While exploring the other worlds, you'll find torn pages, and they tell the story of Sora's adventures in Winnie the Pooh with his friends. Technically, you don't get the last chapter until the end game, but it's completely optional, and no one really cares, so I'm going to do it right now. Sora enters the world of the book and finds Pooh sitting on a log.
Is this where the clip where you see Pooh's like spirit, he like fucking dies or something, and you see his spirit into the ceiling?
I think that's in Kingdom Hearts 2, but yes, this is the franchise where that comes from. Sora asks what's going on, and Pooh says he's thinking about how to say goodbye to Pooh. Sora asks, Pooh? And Pooh responds, yes. And it's confusing to Sora, who asks, wait, you're Pooh? Pooh confirms and asks if Sora has come to say goodbye to Pooh too. But Sora is like, bro, we just met. Pooh says that everyone's gone away, and they all used to live here and walk and play together. They used to play Pooh Sticks and eat honey. But now everyone's gone, and so is his favorite honey tree.
Pooh Sticks sounds like a distinctly unappealing game.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna
doesn't
say
it? Pooh sitting on a log and Pooh Sticks.
The fucking wordplay of geniuses, boys.
He finishes.
This is, it's only gonna get better from here.
He finishes off by saying, "Maybe I shall end up going away somewhere as well," and then further ponders how he says goodbye to himself. Pooh mentions being hungry, and Sora goes with him to get honey from a tree. While they search for the honey tree, they find Piglet hiding in a log, and then they all just go to Rabbit's house, where Pooh crawls in the window to steal Rabbit's honey. He tries to crawl back out, but he's too fat now, so he's stuck.
I see.
Tigger comes by and bounces on Sora, and Rabbit tells Sora in order to reduce Pooh's size and get him out of the window, he needs carrot juice. But Tigger's bouncing on the carrot garden, and he'll ruin all the carrots. And if he does that, Pooh's gonna be stuck forever. So Sora has to go save the carrot garden from Tigger, and they push Pooh out. Sora, Pooh, and Piglet go to a nearby bridge where they find Eeyore floating downstream. Sora helps him out, but his tail's missing. So to find it, Sora pushes Pooh on a swing until he flies out and smashes Eeyore's house.
Okay.
Why? What?
Friends in trouble, blow up his house.
Exactly.
But
hey, his tail was in the sticks, so it's fine. They find it.
But were they Pooh Sticks?
Gross.
Maybe.
They are brown.
Oh,
you gotta
no.
use something to keep them together, right?
Sticky.
I doubt they have any
God.
mortar over there.
Oh no.
The 100-acre wood gang go to a clearing with some tree stumps, and Sora bounces around with Tigger and Roo for a while. Then they go to a muddy path where everyone gets lost. Sora and Pooh search for them, and they find everyone again. They all gather back together at the top of a hill and look up at the stars. Piglet mentions that he's glad that everyone's back together, because he didn't know what to do when he was alone. Tigger says he needs to be brave, but Piglet asks if he ever feels lonely. Tigger tells him that it doesn't bother him at all because the most wonderful thing about Tiggers is that I'm the only one. But friends are cool too. Pooh continues to think, and Sora says he needs to leave to find his friends. Piglet wishes him luck, and they all say their goodbyes, and Pooh says, "Don't forget, we'll always be here if you ever like to visit again, that is." The book closes and reveals Sora has now become a part of the cover, holding Pooh's hand. Sora's Christopher Robin, baby!
Wow.
That cute.
The keyhole on the front locks, and Sora returns to Merlin. They continue to explore the town until they find a keyhole behind a fountain in the 2nd district. There's a boss fight against a variant of the guard armor from the first boss, and you beat him. They seal the keyhole. Moving on, they fly away and land in Agrabah. We see a brief scene of Maleficent and Jafar talking about finding the keyhole and the princesses. But Iago says, "I can't find Jasmine anywhere." Jafar asks why she's so important. Surely they'll have come to the world once they have the keyhole, right? But Maleficent reminds him that they need all 7 princesses of heart to open the final door. Ooh, what's that mean? Jafar says if she's so important, he'll get her, and sends Heartless to find him. Maleficent warns Jafar, "Don't steep yourself in darkness too long. The heartless consume the careless." Jafar laughs her off and presses on, and we see Jasmine was watching the whole time. Iago's not very good at his job.
It's so weird. Like, I don't know, just something about the dialogue, the darkness consumes those, or like, it just gets, it gets really into it.
Darkness
It
keyblades
takes
light
itself-
hearts.
It takes itself very seriously.
Okay, but here's the thing. It's either commit to the bit or don't, and they're committing, so I'll take it.
Okay.
Sora, Donald, and Goofy meet up with Aladdin, and they do the movie. Cave of Wonders, Genie's 3 Wishes, all the good stuff. When Jafar gets Genie's lamp, he has Genie show him where the keyhole is, finding it inside of the Cave of Wonders. Maleficent comments that Sora is persistent, and Jafar's like, "Hey man, why don't you just let Riku know what's going on, because he could be useful." But before he can get an answer, Sora shows up, and Maleficent's like, "Peace," and vanishes. Aladdin pleads for Jafar to let Jasmine go, but Jafar denies him, saying that she's a princess, one of 7 who somehow hold the key to opening the door. Then he wishes for Genie to kill Sora, Donald, and Goofy, and Aladdin.
As one does.
You have a boss fight against Genie and Jafar, where Jafar loses, and he wishes to be made into an all-powerful Genie. It's Phase 2, baby!
Oh,
You have a
boy.
boss fight against Genie Jafar, where he gets trapped inside of his lamp. Jasmine's watching everything go on, gets snuck up on by someone, and winds up getting herself kidnapped. Sora seals the keyhole, and they all fly out of the cave, returning to Aladdin's hideout. Aladdin wants to come along on their adventures, but they can't let him because that would be messing with the world order. Genie tries to get Aladdin to just wish Jasmine back, but instead Aladdin sets Genie free, and sends him along with Sora, Donald, and Goofy as a battle summon.
When does Will Smith show up?
It's actually a really bad Robin Williams impression. I think it's the guy that did the voice for the sequel movies.
Oh no.
It's okay, you know. Also, I don't know why Genie gets to leave, but Aladdin has to stay. Like, you would think Genie leaving would also mess with the world order, but, you know, don't question it. Back at the Shadow Council, we see Maleficent and Riku with Hades, who's like, "What the fuck, bro?" Little chase reference there. Anyways, if you guys stuck around and helped Jafar, y'all could have won. Riku says, "Hey, I did my part. I brought the princess, didn't I?" So Riku's the one who kidnapped Jasmine and presumably Alice. Maleficent
What a
adds,
jerk.
Maleficent adds that Jafar was beyond help, consumed by his own hatred.
Hold on. You spoke about his sword earlier.
Uh-huh.
Is Soul Eater a Square Enix property?
I have no idea.
It shouldn't be.
I don't think
I'm
so.
Googling that.
Soul Eater, like the anime from like.
No,
Decade ago?
the Soul Calibur, I mean.
Oh, Soul Calibur.
No,
Okay.
Soul Calibur is not. No.
I was gonna say like Soul Eater. I mean, like maybe the sword turns into an anime girl or
No,
something.
no, no,
but-
Soul Calibur.
I think the sword might actually be called... One second.
Oh my god, Geralt of Rivia is in Soul Calibur 6?
Yeah,
Wild.
that's hilarious.
haven't
His
played
sword is
Soul
actually
Calibur
called the
4.
Soul Eater.
Wow. Oh,
Whoa.
That's great. Anyways, Maleficent continues. One should be aware of letting it burn too fiercely, referring to his hatred. Hades says, lighten up. I'm as cool as they come, okay? And then mentions that they have a surprise for Riku. And an image of Kairi appears on the stone table in front of them.
Hey, turn to evil.
gonna
We'll give you a girlfriend.
We're gonna sacrifice her Aztec style. They will literally give him her heart.
Oh no.
Captain Hook comes in as Maleficent tells Riku
I knew it.
to go to Kairi. Riku asks, what's the catch? Maleficent responds by saying, silly boy, you're like a son to me. I only want you to be happy. But Riku's having none of that, swatting her hand
Those
away
are lies.
and says, I seriously doubt that. Maleficent responds that he can believe whatever he wants, but she's kept her into the bargain. Back to Sora, Donald, and Goofy. They're flying through space when Monstro appears and gobbles them up. Monstro from Pinocchio. The big giant whale.
Oh.
We see a flashback of 6-year-old Sora and Riku talking about a monster in the cave on the island. The two go in to fight it, but find there's no monster in there. Just a hole in the rocks making weird noises in the wind. Riku mentions that it's kind of weird that there's a random wooden door in a cave. But Sora's like, whatever, no monster, not interested. Riku tells Sora that when they get older, they should leave the island and go on a real adventure. Sora's like, okay, hey, let's go meet the new girl at the mayor's house.
His feet are just massive. He doesn't have big shoes. It's just huge fucking grippers.
We've got a regular hobbit over here, boy.
I need to point it out. Holy shit.
those are not proportional.
Now you know why his shoes are so big. Hey,
That's what I'm saying.
You know what they say about dudes with big feet, right? Anyways.
Oh my god.
Big socks, yeah.
Yeah. We return to the current Sora, waking up in Monstro's mouth, where they see Pinocchio's here somehow.
What up, son?
Because he was at Traverse Town. How'd he get here? What? They chase him down and find Geppetto. Pinocchio gives his father a giant gummy block, and then sees Riku walking off deeper into Monstro. Yeah, he. What'd you call them? Space gummies? Yeah, he just gives him a massive space gummy.
Yeah, it gives him, couple thousand milligrams.
Tilted, man. He's gonna be gone.
You're gonna be straight zoot cabooted.
Pinocchio runs off, and Geppetto is like, hey, can you go get him? When they find Pinocchio, Sora tells him it's no time for games, and he hears Riku call out, but Sora, I thought you liked games. Or are you too cool for them now that you have the Keyblade? Sora asks what he's doing here, and Riku's like, playing with
What
Pinocchio.
is this dialogue, dog? What is this schoolyard Final Fantasy bullshit?
2002.
Remember,
baby.
remember, 2002. They start the game off with the most 2000s ass song you've ever heard in your life.
Oh, it's
Oh my
so
God.
good though. He says, "I'm playing with Pinocchio." Duh. Sora asks if he's found Kairi, and Riku says, "Maybe. Catch us, and maybe I'll let you know." He then yoinks Pinocchio and books it.
By the way, I'm kidnapping your friend. Bye.
Goodbye.
Maleficent asks Riku why he still cares so much about Sora, and Riku tells her that he doesn't. I'm just messing with him. Maleficent doubts him and warns him to be aware of the darkness in his heart, because the heartless will prey upon it. And then she leaves. Sora catches up and is like, "What the hell, man? What's your deal?" And Riku throws it back at him, saying, "All you seem to care about now is running around and showing off your Keyblade." Adding in, "Do you even want to save Kairi?"
He's
Then
very fixated on this Keyblade issue.
Then Pinocchio screams from another chamber.
The torture chamber.
Sora,
No,
Donald,
the big
Goofy.
stomach thing.
Sora,
That is
Donald,
for
Goofy, and
You
Riku.
evil monster, showing this to me with my own eyes.
Why does it look like a Pokemon?
It does!
A lot of the Heartless do, but we're not at the Pokemon game yet. There actually is a Pokemon game.
What?
Dream Drop Distance is great. You're gonna love it.
I am
There's
far too
Pokemon in it?
sober.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. They find
Okay.
Pinocchio trapped inside of a Heartless stomach cage, and there's a boss fight where Riku helps you.
Pinocchio vor.
How sweet. Riku's great, isn't
That's
he?
what I'm talking about.
Green fuck.
When it's defeated, it spits Pinocchio into a hole, and Riku jumps in after him. Sora, Donald, and Goofy follow and see Geppetto pleading to Riku to return Pinocchio to him. Riku says, "Sorry, old man. I have some unfinished business with this puppet." Kind of gross, but okay.
Give me back my son. No.
Geppetto says, "He's not a puppet. He's my little boy." And Riku
Dog,
mentions
that
that
boy's made of wood.
I like Riku is just casually holding him like he's a static prop up there.
Yeah.
That's great.
Riku mentions that Pinocchio is unusual because not many puppets have hearts. But since he has one, maybe he can help someone who's lost their heart. Sora asks if Riku is talking about Kairi, but Riku's like, what do you care? And he walks away. Sora, Donald, and Goofy run after Riku again, and Riku tells them that Pinocchio could be the key to saving Kairi. And then he just straight up Darth Vaders Sora, reaching his hand out and telling Sora to join him in saving her. Together, they can do it. But Sora draws his Keyblade.
Just a little bit of satanic sacrifice, and we'll have girlfriend.
Riku asks if Sora would really fight him over a puppet that's already lost his heart to the Heartless. Sora hits him back with heart or no heart, at least he still has a conscience. The Heartless boss from before returns, and Riku disappears into a portal of darkness. Sora, Donald, and Goofy beat the boss, Pinocchio gets his heart back, they return to Geppetto, and they escape Monstro.
Do you think there's people who are at the edge of their seats in like pure excitement about what could possibly happen next when they're talking about hearts and heartlessness and Pinocchio and Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse and all that?
Yeah, me.
Are you one of those people?
Yeah, me.
Were you
Yes.
at the edge of your seat like, I wonder what kind of gripping dialogue could happen next?
Bro.
It was a test.
Kingdom Hearts 3 started development in 2012 and didn't come out until 2019. Kingdom Hearts 2 came out in 2006. So yes, I was on the edge of my seat like, bro, what could Kingdom Hearts 3 be? And I loved it. It's great. I cried. Moving on. We see a brief scene of Riku on Hook's ship, standing next to Kairi, who is lying unconscious on a bench in the captain's quarters. Riku asks if Kairi is like a lifeless puppet now, which Maleficent confirms, saying her heart was likely taken by the Heartless. Riku asks what he can do, and Maleficent says that there are 7 princesses of heart that they need to gather together to open the door to the heart of all worlds, and that inside is untold wisdom, which will surely lead to a way to recover her heart. She then gives Riku the power to control the Heartless. Sora, Donald, and Goofy land in Atlantica from The Little Mermaid, do the movie minus Prince Eric, seal the keyhole, off they go. The only really thing of note for Atlantica is that King Triton seems to know about the Key Bearer, as he calls him, and the existence of other worlds, and you kill Ursula in a boss fight.
Am I crazy, or do I remember like half Fishman Sora?
Yeah. Sora is dressed like Sora's bottom half is a dolphin, Donald's is the bottom half of an octopus, and Goofy's a turtle.
I need to see I need to see Turtle Goofy.
I will send you pictures when we're done.
No, it's make sure you put them in the video.
It's so bad. Moving on to the absolute best Disney World in the game, Halloween Town, baby, from Nightmare Before Christmas, boys.
I have seen the Halloween Town Keyblade, and it is kind of cool.
It is so
Didn't they
cool.
give like Sora this edgy ass costume too?
Yup.
Oh my! How fucking 2000s can you get?
I need to listen to Korn and go to Hot Topic.
Oh, I'm overdosing on my childhood edge.
So
I'm sitting here comatose.
The reason for these transformations is that in order to keep the world order, as they like to keep saying, they need to match the aesthetics of the world they're going to, which is why for some reason Donald becomes half duck, half octopus, because those exist in The Little Mermaid. Sure, and turtles with dog heads. Yeah, absolutely.
Wait, anyway. Turtle Goofy is just a turtle with Goofy's head?
Yep.
That's awful.
And his
I was thinking like, okay, so if anyone's ever played Bloodstained Ritual of the Night or Curse of the Moon,
did you just say to me?
It's a great game. Go play it right now. I'm giving it a plug. It's a great game. Anyway, there's a boss that's like, imagine a centaur, but the lower half is a turtle. And that was what I was imagining with Goofy. And now you tell me he's just a turtle with a dog face?
Yeah.
I love that. I love him.
Awful. I am no longer enjoying life.
I love the duality between the two of you so much. Green is here for it. Just like, yes, more bullshit. And you're just like, oh, why?
dying inside.
I can appreciate the absurd.
Anyway.
I can too, but man, this is something else.
And it takes itself seriously. That's the best part.
That's the issue.
Makes it
If he
great.
was willing to be stupid and be like, yeah, I'm being stupid, do something about it. But it's like, nah, I'm a serious game about emotional problems and the evil darkness and ha ha ha. And I'm like, Jesus wept.
See, that's what makes it so fucking hilarious to me.
Okay, but also, like, Tetsuya Nomura fully knows what he's doing. Trust me. We'll get to some lines later where it's like, okay, Nomura, we see you, we get it.
I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, it's so funny. But we'll get there. They enter the town square to see a bunch of docile Heartless not doing anything, and they meet Jack Skellington, who is welcomed in by Heartless fanfare. The mayor praises Jack for training the ghost-like Heartless, but Jack laments that their movements aren't scary enough, and leaves to talk with Dr. Finkelstein. Sora, Donald, and Goofy follow Jack, where they learn that he's trying to control the Heartless, but in order to do so, they need a heart. But the heart they have is locked up, so Sora offers to open it up for them. Jack is so impressed by Sora that he wants Sora to be part of the Halloween festivities. He tells Sora that the Heartless only just recently arrived in town, but he's frustrated because they don't want to dance with him. The doctor then shows the ingredients they need in order to complete the heart: pulse, emotion, terror, fear, hope, and despair.
That sounds like a very unhealthy heart. Minus the hope, all of those were negative.
Pulse isn't negative.
Pulse is fully neutral.
Emotion's not necessarily negative.
Yeah, but then he gave you 3 fully negative emotions.
Hey, where are they?
Still.
Also, remember, this is a Japanese game at its core, so it's gonna have some like weird emotional nonsense thrown in.
Yeah.
God.
This is
also, I love how emotion is a separate category, and then he says, "Oh yeah, also here's these 3 specific ones."
Don't question it. Anyways,
I'm questioning, dog.
They put the ingredients together, but the experiment fails, so the doctor wants to try adding memory to the mix. He calls for Sally, but she doesn't come, and so he sends Sora, Donald, Goofy, and Jack to find her, because she has the memory they need for the heart. As they head out, the mayor is in a panic because the Heartless are out of control. Jack postulates that their experiment must have caused the Heartless to go haywire. They fight off the Heartless and find Zero and Sally in the graveyard. Sally gives Jack flowers that represent memory, and she says she has a bad feeling about this, and Jack should try something else this Halloween.
Disney doesn't own Star Wars yet.
Man, the Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer, everyone thinks that Star Wars is going to be in Kingdom Hearts 4, and I'm so excited.
Oh my god, I can't handle it.
I do not. I cannot handle Michael Mouse, the rodent. Fucking Sephiroth, Cloud, whoever the fuck, spiky hair boys, and goddamn Star Wars in the same video game.
That's
I can't
wrong.
do it.
It's a sin. That's not right. Straight to hell.
Somebody stop them, please.
And you know, honestly though, like, Star Wars fits in this world surprisingly well thematically.
No, the fuck does.
It does.
I think that was possibly the silliest, dumbest statement I've ever heard out of your mouth,
Bro.
and that is saying something.
Bro, it does. We'll get to like the light versus the dark, the tug of the darkness, and all that. It's
Congratulations, that's all fantasy themed anything ever. That doesn't mean Star Wars fits in this.
But it
do not think
does.
Star. Okay, fucking Sora's gonna run with his Keyblade. He's gonna lightsaber's gonna cut right through that.
No, because it's a magic
I've got
sword.
this. Darth Vader can't
Dude,
beat me. Whoa. Got immediately bisected.
The power of love keeps the Keyblade from being melted by the turbo laser sword. I swear to
Despise
God.
the concept.
We'll get to
I'm
the
sending
power of love
next
stuff.
to the people at Kingdom Hearts HQ. I swear.
I'll find you.
We'll get to the power of love stuff. That comes up.
Oh, God.
Of course it does. Of course it does.
Jack says, nothing could beat what I've got planned. Once we give the Heartless a heart, they'll dance just as I envisioned it. As they leave, we see Lock, Shock, and Barrel have been watching them. They come to the conclusion that they need to let Oogie Boogie know ASAP. When they tell him what Jack is making, when they tell him that Jack is making a heart, Oogie Boogie says, "I'll be jiggered. That works for me. Oh, when I get
Me
my
too.
hands on that, well, I've got no hands, but I'm still gonna nab that heart and control the Heartless."
Okay.
Did you guys ever play real? Did you guys ever play the Nightmare Before Christmas game for the PlayStation 2, where you had like a big slime ball in your hand on Jack's
No,
hand?
but I know about it. I've heard about it.
Unfortunately,
It was-
I have not.
It was a legitimately kind of cool game. I remember very little about it.
You would think with this being my favorite Disney movie, it absolutely would have come across my path, but just unfortunately.
I remember when you go to save your game, there's the guy that has like the smaller guys in his hat, and he says like, I'm not going to do an impersonation of it, but it's been stuck in my brain for so long.
The doctor finishes the heart, but Lock, Shock, and Barrel steal it. So SDG and J chase the kids down to Oogie Boogie's house with Zero's help and beat them up. Just some casual child abuse.
That's been happening all game. Every time someone's whooped Sora's ass, it's been just casual child abuse.
But
Who's 12?
But he's the protagonist, so it's fine. The
Oh, of
kids
course.
tell them that Oogie already has the heart, so they go find him in his torture chamber. Inside, Oogie taunts Jack and says if Jack wants it back, he has to come get it. So he swallows the heart. He tries to command the Heartless to attack, but only a couple show up. So Oogie gets really upset, and you have a boss fight against Oogie Boogie.
Nice.
Defeating him, all of his bugs spill out, and Jack deduces that the heart they made was a failure since Oogie couldn't control the Heartless. Now, on their way out, they hear the house creaking behind them as Oogie Boogie merges with his house to become this abomination.
What in the fuck?
What?
Phase 2, baby! You fight the house.
Does
Hey,
Disney
own
doesn't own Monster House. Dang it.
Same brain cell. Same brain cell.
We only have one between the three of us. And I damn near burnt it out doing this for you guys.
Jesus.
You destroy the house, killing Oogie Boogie once and for all, and reveals that the keyhole has been under Oogie Boogie's house this whole time. And it's huge.
Wow.
Oh.
Sora seals it, and they return to town where Jack asks Sally why he didn't listen to her. But Sally reassures him that they'll come up with another plan for Halloween together. The doctor ponders what he has been missing when making the heart, and what even really is a heart anyways. And Sora, Donald, and Goofy leave.
Fair.
I could have swore this was in the second game.
You come back to a few worlds throughout the games. Yeah, technically the second game's the third game. While flying through space, Goofy notices another ship, a pirate ship. The pirate ship rams them and sends them down to Neverland. Sora gets separated from the others and winds up on the deck of a pirate ship where he finds Riku, who says, I didn't think you'd come, Sora. Sora's still a little raw about the whole Pinocchio thing, so he's just like, heck off, Riku, where's my duck and dog? Riku's still kind of miffed and says, are they that important to you? More important than old friends? Instead of worrying about them, you should be asking about her.
This guy
He looks
met
so
one
sad.
goth bitch and immediately turned evil.
Bro,
Without
worth.
hesitation.
Worth.
Nah, Maleficent is not
Wow.
hot enough for that. Sorry, dog.
Stepping aside, he shows that Kairi is completely zonked out of her mind. Ah, those space gummies.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like shit.
definitely on a steady diet of space gummies.
Yeah, I've looked like that before.
I know. At a certain one of our friends' bachelor party, I remember you being pretty much gone
Oh, no.
while destroying him in Halo.
Still remember drunk Furby on the couch playing Halo, dominating everyone.
Sora is shocked to see her, and Riku says, that's right, while you were goofing around, I finally found her. Sora tries to get to him, but Captain Hook and the Heartless stop him. Sora asks why Riku is siding with the Heartless, but Riku tells him, the Heartless obey me now, Sora. Now I have nothing to fear. Sora calls him stupid.
You're stupid.
You're stupid.
Bitch, you're dumb.
Sooner or later, they're gonna swallow your heart. Riku says his heart's too strong, and he also has a few new tricks he's learned on his journey. He summons a shadow of Sora, and then drops him into the brig.
Classic blunder.
Riku tells the captain to set sail, and Hook is mad about it, but says the Heartless freak him out too much, so he's just not gonna argue with the kid.
Fair.
In the brig, Sora is telling Donald and Goofy,
What the fuck? I know it's PS2, but man, human faces don't do that.
Look at that frame.
That is a skinwalker from the forest about to eat me.
I would hang that up on my wall.
That's
Look at that fucking frame.
awful.
right next to the smile.
Oh
Oh,
god.
jeez, this is great.
In the
That
brig-
is an alien pretending to be a person.
In the break, Sora is telling Donald and Goofy that he found Kairi. It was really her. Goofy is thrilled and says they should go up to get her. And Donald agrees. But first, how about getting off?
I see now.
Whoa.
Oh no, he's 14.
Hey, the duck is an adult. The duck's the one that said it.
Oh. They gather themselves, and Peter Pan pops out from behind a barrel with Tinkerbell in tow.
I keep thinking you're just about to say Peter Griffin, because Disney owns Fox, which owns Family Guy now.
They didn't own him yet.
Hey,
So,
Peter, we gotta stop the Heartless.
we gotta stop the Heartless.
Oh.
Peter, there's shadow people at the door.
Peter Pan helps them escape, and with Tinkerbell's help, they teach them how to fly. We switch to Riku, who's talking to Hook, who asks, so Wendy's not one of the chosen ones? Riku's like, Maleficent says no, so let's GTFO ASAP, and leave the dead weight behind, including her. Hook asks, why those 7? And what is Maleficent planning anyways? Riku says he doesn't know, and quite frankly, he doesn't care, as long as he can get Kairi's heart back. Hook thinks that there's no way she's getting her heart back. The Heartless ate it up, after all. And then Smee tells them that the prisoners escaped, and Hook tells him to bring them hostages to him.
Who the fuck is Smee?
The little dude with the bulbous nose and the blue and white shirt.
Oh, I was like, when did Anakin's mom get here?
No, that's Shmee. This is Smee.
Oh, a classic mistake.
Who is the father? There wasn't one.
Whoa.
Anyways, down below, Sora, Donald, Goofy, and Peter find Wendy above them, separated by a rope floor. Wendy mentions that there's another girl up there with her, but she seems to be asleep. Sora calls out to Kairi, and her hand moves towards him a bit. But before they can get to them, the pirates take the girls to the Hook's quarters. Sora
Why are her feet so goddamn massive?
Oh my god.
I didn't notice that until now, and I'm like, God, it's like maracas parallel to each other.
That's how they
What the
all
fuck?
are. That's how they all are.
That's not that's
Like-
a medical condition.
Yeah, it's so weird. I know it's a stylistic choice, but it's so weird seeing, normally proportioned limbs and extremities on some characters,
And then that.
There are memes out there that are literally like, oh, Kingdom Hearts is just the story of a boy who grows up and starts to match the size of his feet.
Oh my god.
Because as the games go on, his shoes get smaller.
Wow.
Like in the Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer, they're just normal tennis shoes.
Oh my god.
Sora gets to the captain's quarters just in time to see Riku carry Kairi through a dark portal, and Shadow Sora pops up to fight the real Sora. Shadow Sora boss fight, and Peter Pan leaves to take care of Wendy. They go up to the deck, and Hook says that Riku's a codfish for taking off to Hollow Bastion with Kairi and without him. But Sora's not going to get the chance to make it there. He makes Sora walk the plank, but he flies now, so he just takes off into the air.
He flies now?
He flies now.
Damn.
You do a boss fight against a heartless pirate ship, and Hook. Peter Pan sends Hook overboard, and the crocodile proceeds to chase him across the water.
We've had people die, but not Hook. Okay.
Yeah, right?
Have any of the characters who died, have they been Disney IP?
Trying.
Oh, they killed the
yeah.
hunter, dude.
Yeah, they killed.
Yeah,
Clayton.
they killed the hunter.
They killed Clayton and Sabor,
It was. Oh, well, yeah.
and then ripped his freaking tooth out. Sora stands off to the side, away from the rest of the group, seemingly pondering something. Goofy says maybe Kairi really did lose her, but Donald stops him as they watch Sora. Sora says, I still can't believe it. I really flew! Wait till I tell Kairi. I wonder if she'll believe me. Probably not. Peter Pan says he should bring her to Neverland sometime so they can all fly together. Sora says that he can't wait to find Kairi and tell her all about the adventures they've had. They leave Neverland and go to Big Ben in London, where at midnight, Sora locks the keyhole.
Wow.
Yeah. We see the flashback of Riku and Sora in the cave again, but this time we hear Sora mention that the girl arrived on the night of the meteor shower. Riku stays back for just a bit longer, and we see a keyhole appear on the wooden door in the cave.
Everyone got that one perfidious homie with the sinister agenda.
For real.
So which one of us is that?
No comment.
We switch to Riku, who is out of breath in the Shadow Council's chamber. Maleficent tells him that he was reckless bringing Kairi there without a vessel. Relying too much on dark powers could cost you your heart. A mighty roar can be heard echoing through the halls. Maleficent says it's a castaway. Though his world perished, his heart did not. When we took the princess from his castle, he apparently followed her here, though through sheer force of will, he has come. Maleficent then reassures Riku that he has nothing to worry about, because he's no match for Riku's power. Riku asks what power, to which Maleficent responds with, the untapped power that lies within you. It's time you awakened that power and realized your full potential. She then empowers him with her magic.
Ah, so he's a bad guy, and he's definitely a bad guy now.
Sora, Donald, and Goofy go back to Traverse Town, where Sora's kind of in a little bit of a funk. Goofy reassures him that the king told them to stay with the key bearer, and as long as he has the key, they're staying with him. Goofy then adds, you just gotta believe in yourself, that's all. Sora repeats, just believe. And then we hear Kairi's voice echo, saying, I believe in you. Sora starts suddenly seeing a memory of a little girl speaking with an old woman. The old woman begins to tell a story. Long ago, people lived in peace, bathed in the warmth of the light. Everyone loved the light. Then people began to fight over it. They wanted to keep it...
And then the Fire Nation attacked.
Jesus.
Ah.
They wanted to keep it for themselves, and darkness was born in their heart. Not the Fire Nation, the Darkness Nation. The darkness spread,
Okay.
swallowing the light and many people's hearts. It covered everything, and the world disappeared. But small fragments of light survived in the hearts of children. With these fragments of light, children rebuilt the lost world. It's the world we live in now, but the true light sleeps deep within the darkness. That's why the worlds are still scattered, divided from each other. But someday, a door to the innermost darkness will appear, and the true light will return. So listen, child, even in the deepest darkness, there will always be a light to guide you. Believe in the light, and the darkness will never defeat you. Your heart will shine with its power and push the darkness away. Man, if you were doing that drinking game, you would die right there.
No kidding. Oh
my
my
tolerance
God.
for this JRPG bullshit is... We're hitting the edge of the meter, dog.
The old lady
Jeez.
then says, do you understand, Kairi? Sora snaps back to reality and wonders if that was Kairi calling to him.
I love how there's just a frame of Sora ominously floating in the background.
Behind this little girl.
Didn't see that. Oh my god.
He even sort of looks like he's A-posing. This game is a gold mine.
It's great. There's so many good memes.
Donald, they stole my animations.
Oh, just wait until we get to Kingdom Hearts 3. That's where the Let Them Cook meme comes from.
Oh yeah,
With Woody. Sora, Donald, and Goofy fly to the water feature where we first saw Riku wake up at the beginning of the game. We have arrived at Hollow Bastion, the best world in the game other than Halloween Town.
Doesn't it have a good soundtrack or something
Oh,
too?
it's so good. It's so good. Sora mentions that he knows this place, but he doesn't know why. He can feel a warmth inside of his chest. But Donald blows it off, saying he's probably just hungry.
Yes, because warm in my chest is what I feel when I am hungry.
Yes.
They make their way up the fractured stones, where they find Riku fighting the Beast from Beauty and the Beast. Riku wonders how he made it to Hollow Bastion without a vessel, or the help of the Heartless. And Beast tells him that he simply believed, nothing more.
Simply believed.
When his world fell to darkness and Belle was taken from him, he vowed he would find her no matter what the cost. He believed he would find her, so he's here, which means she must be here. Riku taunts him, and the Beast strikes out at him, only for Riku to dodge out of the way and cut him down. Sora, Donald, and Goofy make it up and stop Riku from finishing off the Beast, and Riku says, "So you finally made it. About time. I've been waiting for you. We've always been rivals, haven't we? You've always pushed me, as I've always pushed you. But it all ends here. There can't be two Keyblade Masters."
Whoa.
Does he pull out a Keyblade now?
Sora is confused, and Riku continues, "Let the Keyblade choose. It's true, Master." Riku holds out his hand, and Sora's Keyblade vanishes from his hand and appears in Riku's.
No, he's the bad guy, though.
Riku follows it up by saying Maleficent was right. You don't have what it takes to save Kairi. It's up to me. Only the Keyblade Master can open the secret door and change the world. Sora's befuddled and says, but that's impossible. How did this happen? I'm the one who fought my way here with the Keyblade. To which Riku claps back with, you were just the delivery boy.
Damn. Get fucked.
He then takes out a wooden sword and says, sorry, your part's over now. Here, go play hero with this. And he tosses the sword to Sora's feet.
Dang, what a jerk.
Sora drops to his hands and knees, defeated. Donald looks at Goofy and says, Goofy, let's go. We have to remember our mission. Goofy looks troubled and says, oh, well, I know the king told us to follow the key and all, but... And he follows Donald as they walk away from Sora to join Riku.
Bye, kid.
Well, you know, obviously this guy is showing a lot of villainous tendencies, but, well, you know, orders are orders.
Goofy is the captain of the guard. He's just following orders, boys.
Soldiers follow orders.
They did say as long as he had the key, he don't have the key no more. Donald turns his head for a moment and looks back and says, Sora, sorry. And they leave.
Sorry, kid, but you're lame now. Bye.
For real. This isn't just like JRPG characters. This is Donald and Goofy doing this kind of crap.
Total whiplash.
It's a character for them.
The Beast stumbles forward, and Sora tries to get him to stop since he's still hurt. Beast asks Sora why he came here. Beast says he's fighting for Belle, and though he's alone, he's going to keep fighting. Sora grabs the wooden sword and says, me too. I'm not going to give up now. I came here to find someone very important to me. With the Beast's help, Sora makes his way through Hollow Bastion. We cut to Maleficent in a chamber where we see 6 captured princesses in the walls and a dark pod in the center. On the right, we see Jasmine, Cinderella, and Aurora. On the left, Snow White, Alice, and Belle. Remember how I said Cinderella, Aurora, Snow White, and Belle would be important later? Dun dun dun! Therefore, the missing princesses! Yay!
Whoa.
And in the center, we see Kairi. Maleficent calls out, oh, purest of hearts, reveal to me the keyhole. Lasers shoot out of the princesses' chests and show that the keyhole is in this colorful heart-shaped machine.
As they do.
Of course.
Look at it, it's so pretty. Sora and Beast arrive in a chamber where Beast says to stay on guard. He feels Belle's presence and turns to see a visage of her as it turns into a Heartless. He chases after the Heartless and gets locked out of the room, and the camera turns to show Riku, Donald, and Goofy is in the room now with Sora. Riku says, quit while you can. Sora says, no, not without Kairi. Riku says that the darkness will destroy you. And he changes into this super edgy dark arbor.
Oh my god.
My god.
Wow.
It's great.
This is... Oh my god.
This is something else.
We can even see the JRPG belt fetish putting its way in. He's got 4.
Yo, but Riku be ripped though. Look, he got a whole 6-pack and everything.
That is a muscle suit.
Ain't no way he's...
Those are not real.
He is not built like that. No, sir.
We saw his arms earlier. They were
man.
twigs.
He's 15. You know, you never know. Anyways, Sora shoots back saying...
He's beefing with a 12-year-old this whole game. Oh my god.
14. Sora's 14.
Just like an 8th grader picking on the... No, that's a freshman. A freshman picking on a 7th grader.
If you're gonna choose your nemesis, you're really punching down, man.
Sora shoots back saying, you're wrong, Riku. The darkness may destroy my body, but it can't touch my heart. My heart will stay with my friends. It'll never die. Riku sneers and says, really?
The power of friendship.
Exactly. Riku sneers and says, really? Well, we'll just see about that. And he fires a burst of darkness at Sora. But Goofy jumps in front of it with his shield and blocks it for Sora, saying, Sora ain't going anywhere. Riku asks, you would betray your king? Goofy fires back, not on your life, but I'm not going to betray Sora either, because he's become one of my best buddies after all we've been through together. He then looks at Donald and hollers, see you later, Donald. Could you tell the king I'm really sorry? Donald realizes he's on the wrong side of history here and says, hold on, Goofy. We'll tell them together. And rejoins Sora.
A real one.
Rejoins Goofy at Sora's side, adding, well, you know, all for one and one for all. Goofy then says, I guess you're stuck with us, Sora. Sora thanks them, but Riku, being the edgy boy in this scene, asks, "How will you fight without a weapon?" Sora responds, "I know now. I don't need the Keyblade. I've got a better weapon. My heart." Riku is unimpressed, saying, "Your heart? What good will that weak little thing do for you?" Sora continues, "Although my heart may be weak, it's not alone. It's grown with each new experience, and it's found a home with all the friends I've made. I've become a part of their heart just as they've become a part of mine. And if they think of me now and then, if they don't forget me, then our hearts will be one. I don't need a weapon. My friends are my power."
Fight for my friends. Oh yeah, my friends fight for me.
Yeah, friendship. Hey,
Who wrote this shit?
friendship is magic. It's a Disney game.
And magic is heresy, kids.
Wow.
The Keyblade in Riku's hand vanishes, and the wooden sword that Sora is holding turns back into the Keyblade. Boss fight against Riku. You beat him, and he runs off, Beast returning and saying Sora's heart won this battle.
Oh, shut up!
Wow,
God.
my heart, powered by my friends, will. Who writes this shit? Who likes this shit? I mean, you obviously, but
I
like,
love it. Friendship is magic.
How?
It's so good.
Tell you what, I'll whoop Sora's ass. You want to know how? Friendship and a 45 automatic. There you go, bingo done.
Oh,
Friendship and 2 well-placed hollow points.
Honestly. Oh, this hurts me on another level.
my 2 friends, Mustang and Sally.
God, I don't even consider myself like overly edgy or anything. It's just so sickeningly saccharine.
Yeah, it's like
Oh.
when the entire monologue about his friends and his heart and whatever, and like, oh, whoa, that weak little thing, dude. I was physically making gagging motions.
It's great. Friendship is magic. I will tell you now, this is the sappiest of the games because it's the most kid-friendly.
God.
The later games get a lot more serious and a lot more sad.
I can't tell if that's gonna be funnier or
worse.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Part of me is like, oh, I'll get my daily fix of lols, but I just don't know.
Man, part of me is dreading looking back on my friends are my power with like nostalgic glee of the shit we're stuck in then.
It's okay. You won't have to. He says it again later. Anyhow, we cut to Riku still running and saying, "Why? It was mine." And then a familiar deep voice calls from the darkness, saying, "Know this. The heart that is strong and true shall win the Keyblade." And we see the brown-robed figure. Riku asks if the figure is saying Riku's heart is weaker than Sora's. The figure says, at that moment, it was. But you can become stronger.
Oh, he's evil as fuck.
He continues, "You showed no fear in stepping through the door to darkness. It held no terror for you. Plunge deeper into the darkness, and your heart will grow even stronger. Open yourself to the darkness. Let your heart, your being, become darkness itself." We watch as Riku, back in the dark armor, walks up to Maleficent, next to the heart-shaped machine. Riku speaks, but now his voice is layered with the robed figure's voice. He says, "So I see the path has emerged at last." Maleficent responds, "Yes, the keyhole to the darkness." Riku tells her that if she unlocks it, the Heartless will overrun the world. She's like, I don't care. The darkness holds no power over me. Rather, I'll use its power to rule all worlds. Riku comments on her confidence and summons a red and black keyblade into his hand. But the end of the key isn't complete. Maleficent says that that's impossible because all the princesses are here. She then turns to Kairi, who is lying on the floor, and says it must be because of her. Riku says without her heart, she will never be able to release her power. Maleficent then leaves to take care of Sora, Donald, and Goofy, leaving Riku to guard the princesses. She meets up with them and tells them they're too late. The final keyhole will be unsealed and the world will be plunged into darkness. Sora says, "Nuh-uh," and they do a boss fight.
You mean
nuh-uh?
Synchronization.
One brain cell.
They defeat Maleficent and she retreats into a portal of darkness.
But does she scream about having all the powers of hell like she did in the movie?
No, that's in Birth by Sleep. We'll get there.
Unplayable.
Sora, Donald, and Goofy follow her and see Riku has also followed. Sora notices the Keyblade in Riku's hands and Riku tells them that unlike Sora's, this one has the power to unlock people's hearts. He then says, "Allow me to demonstrate." And he stabs Maleficent in the chest.
What a real one. Wow. Whoa.
Yeah,
Dealing in an unequal partnership? Kill them.
just straight up, behold, Jant.
Observe.
Observe, Shank.
She then turns into a dragon.
Whoa.
He teleports away, you do a boss fight, and you beat
Far
her.
less impressive than the one in the movie.
I mean, look how small they are compared to her, though.
Look how small its wings are compared to the body.
That's how it is in the movie!
Hold on.
Yeah,
Damn, I did not remember the visuals of that movie, dog.
Yeah, they beat her, she bursts into green flames, leaving only her robes behind. Riku returns and comments that it's ironic, she was just another puppet after all. The Heartless
What
were
an edgy
using...
bitch.
Yeah. The Heartless were using Maleficent from the beginning. She failed to notice the darkness in her heart eating away at her. He scrapes his boots on her robes and adds a fitting end for such a fool before vanishing into darkness again.
What an edgy bitch.
They arrive at the keyhole, but as they approach, Goofy gets separated from them by a magical barrier. Sora runs over to check on Kairi, who's still lying on the ground. He tries to wake her, but Riku says it's no use. That girl has lost her heart. She cannot wake up. Sora comments that that's not Riku, but he continues. The keyhole cannot be completed so long as the last Princess of Heart still remains asleep. Sora has a what the fuck moment and asks, the princess? Kairi's a princess? Good job catching up to everyone else, buddy. Riku confirms and says that without her heart, the keyhole can't be completed, so it's time she awakens. Sora pleads, whoever you are, let Riku go. Give him back his heart. Riku retorts, but first you must give the princess back her heart. Riku points the Keyblade at Sora, and a flash comes from his chest. Riku continues, don't you see? The princess's heart is responding. It has been there all along. Kairi's heart rests within you. And Sora says, Kairi's inside me?
Whoa.
Oh, God, why? A line that launched 1,000 pieces of questionable artwork.
No, stop. Stop.
I hate its existence just as much as you, but at least I acknowledge it.
When does he say the funny line about Kairi's heart?
Riku says he knows all there is to know, and Sora's like, dude, who are you? Riku tells him, it is I, Ansem, the Seeker of Darkness.
That was the name from the beginning.
Wow.
Ansem then literally bitch slaps Donald.
Get fucked.
So it is it they huh?
Green, I passed that line 20 fucking minutes ago, dog.
But
Yeah.
huh?
What do you mean, huh?
Never mind. Continue on.
What are you eyeing about in particular? Like I said, 20 minutes ago I was there, so like, what are you eyeing about in particular?
Like Riku or Ansem's spirit has possessed Riku.
Yeah.
Or okay, all right. That's all.
Was
Yeah.
that not clear?
Nah.
Them
Yeah,
damn
not
face
that whole
things.
Faustian nonsense. If you give yourself over to the dark, yes, you will be so much more powerful. And then he's got two voices when he comes back.
Well, I didn't hear the two voices, so.
Oh, my mute said it.
Ah.
You have to
Anyways,
listen with your ears, my friend.
I can't do that.
Fair.
Anyways.
I don't know how to read either.
Donald gets bitch slapped through a magical barrier. He's out of the fight. So Riku walks over to Sora, points the Keyblade at him, ready to open the door and achieve everlasting darkness. But as he goes to strike, Sora hears Kairi call his name, and he blocks the strike, pushing him back and saying, forget it. There's no way you're taking Kairi's heart.
You'll never take Kairi's heart. Yeah.
My
Yeah.
God, why?
That's all. Okay, I checked that.
That is all Green cared about. That one line, he's done.
1v1 boss fight against Ansem Riku, and it is probably the second hardest fight in the game, because he just moves so freaking quick.
Skill issue.
Ansem Riku vanishes into the darkness, and Goofy and Donald run up and mention the keyhole. Sora tries to close it, but since the keyhole isn't complete, he can't. Sora says they have to wake up Kairi. He picks up Riku's Keyblade off of the ground, turns to look at Donald and Goofy, who tell him to wait, as he smiles at them.
What are these animations?
Has had a few space gummies. He is cooling over there.
And he
That is either
stabs
space
himself in the
gummies,
heart.
or that is the face of malicious intent. That is
then
a face that could commit war crimes and giggle about it.
Well, he committed something, and it wasn't war crimes. So, I mean, he stabs himself.
Yeah,
Yeah, true.
so he stabs himself in the heart.
Oh no!
The Keyblade breaks into the hearts of the 6 princesses, and they return to their respective bodies. Sora's and Kairi's heart leaves Sora's body. Kairi's returning to her as Sora begins to fade into light particles. Donald runs towards him as he falls, and Kairi wakes up, watching as Sora fades from existence. She runs forward to catch him, calling out his name, and he vanishes. Donald yells for him to come back, but it's too late. Sora's gone. Sora is straight up dead.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, I've seen Pokemon the movie. You just have to cry, and you'll bring him back.
We see a brief scene of Sora falling into a black void where he asks, "What's happening to me? Falling into darkness." Kairi, Donald, and Goofy are looking to the sky in disbelief as Kairi says, "Sora, are you really—" "No, he can't be. I won't let him go." The robed figure's voice, Ansem's voice.
This is where we get into the power of love bullshit, isn't it?
Oh no!
Ansem's voice can be heard from behind them as he says, "So you have awakened at last, princess." And we see this true form of Ansem, the Seeker of Darkness.
What the fuck is that caricature of a JRPG villain? He's got the yellow Sith eyes, the silly emblem on his chest, about 900 belts, the stupid glove gauntlets.
Yo, but
What is this?
Yo, but
Wow.
he's like ripped though.
I do not care. Look at his goofy ass outfit.
Goofy outfit.
Dude went to Party City, said, "Give me one of everything," and took the lamest combination he could make.
Listen, Krautman, when you're built like a brick shithouse, you can wear whatever you want to.
Dog, at that point, just wear pants and nothing else. Show it off. Don't get this goofy strap jacket. What are you, half a gimp?
Hey, at least he doesn't have like the stupid ass fingerless gloves, you know?
Oh God,
Oh,
those are coming, aren't they? Mute.
maybe. He continues. Technically, Sora's been wearing fingerless gloves the whole time.
Oh my
noticed.
God,
I
you're
haven't
right.
commented on it.
No, you're right. No, it gets worse.
Oh, I'm in pain.
Oh, I hate this.
Ansem continues. The keyhole is now complete. You have served your purpose. Ansem goes to strike Kairi, Donald, and Goofy down, but the ghostly form of Riku attempts to stop him, saying, "No, you won't use me for this." He tells them to run, because the Heartless are coming. One of the small shadow Heartless watches as they run off, and he runs after them. However, you are controlling it. You play as one of the Heartless trying to kill Kairi, Donald, and Goofy.
Oh, nice. Best part of the game. I'm 100% down.
You know, that's an actually like pretty interesting thing for them to do in the game. I don't know, something about that that's pretty neat.
Yeah, the perspective flip is cool.
When you catch up, Donald says he'll handle it, but all he does is bonk you on the head and says, "Confounded Heartless, get lost, will ya?"
Rip Bozo, get the fuck out of here.
Rest in peace, you won't be missed.
The Heartless looks at Kairi and she asks, "Sora, is that you?"
I fucking knew it. No.
Are they gonna power elf love him back to normal?
The Heartless looks at Kairi
No, we didn't get an
as
answer.
more go to attack. Kairi says, "This time I'll protect you." As 6 Heartless jumper.
This time I'll protect you, says the generic powerless JRPG love interest. Okay.
Donald and Goofy turn to see Kairi getting annihilated.
It's just getting fucking ganked.
This time I'll protect you gets rolled in the streets of Boston. Oh my God.
But
She
then,
got that's for sure.
then a flash of light bursts forward, destroying them all. And Sora is standing there, holding her in his arms. He's back, baby!
I've got sugar poisoning. Good God.
The Beast jumps down from a balcony to help fight off the Heartless and tells them all to escape while he holds them off. They return to Traverse Town, where they tell the Final Fantasy crew what happened. Sora and Kairi go down to Leon's sewer training place, and they all talk about how Kairi's heart was with Sora the whole time.
Nah, how romantic a place for a discussion.
But they still have
The
to
literal
save Riku.
sewers.
They're still missing their buddy.
Fuck him.
Kairi asks if it'll ever be the same between the three of them, but Sora reassures her she was able to save him from being a Heartless, so they can save Riku. Kairi says,
Bro is literally evil.
bro out of choice said, yeah, possess me, dog, I don't care.
Did you see his outfit?
You wear that outfit when good is on the menu.
Oh, I love his outfit, though. It's so cool.
You would. You would.
You fucking would, honestly.
Kairi says, let's go. And Sora's like, yeah, no, I just saved you, dude. You're going to stay here where it's safe. I'm going to go save Riku. Kairi reminds him that they made it this far by sticking together. But, like, come on, how much did you really do? I mean, you know.
Y'all were separated for, like, the whole game. What do you mean?
No, they were together the whole time because her heart was inside of his tummy.
Man, shut up. That's stupid.
Sora tells her, even if we're apart, we're not alone anymore, right? She responds, I can't help. But Sora jokes that, you just be in the way.
I mean, kind of true. We saw her try and protect him and just get raffle stomped, so like...
Okay, we're at the end game here. We probably have like jumped up in levels and stats and everything. Kairi ain't done shit, so she's got no levels.
And Sora flies now.
Get your level 1 ass back to the starting zone.
We clown them motherfuckers at checks notes. I can't remember the name of the place.
Hollow Bastion.
Sure, that's one of them. That was a title card. I remember that.
It's empty keep, but Hollow Bastion works too.
She concedes, but hands him her shell charm that she's been making since she was on the island, telling him to take it, saying that it's her good luck charm, and ends by saying, "Be sure to bring it back to me."
What's the sass, lady?
Sora says,
"Bro just saved your life and probably soul. Can't be nice for 20 seconds."
No, not her soul, her heart.
Shut up. Same difference.
Pretty much, actually, yeah. Sora says, "Don't worry, I'll bring it back." Kairi says, "Promise?" And Sora confirms. Kairi adds, "Don't ever forget, wherever you go, I'm always with you."
That's gonna be literal, isn't it?
We cut to a dark path.
I didn't get a fucking answer.
We cut to a dark path where we see Riku walking and telling Sora and Kairi that he's sorry, then pondering if this is the afterlife. Riku says he's not ready yet. He needs to see his
it certainly
friends.
ain't heaven, buddy.
He needs to see his friends one last time. A voice calls out to Riku asking, "Can you hear me? I'll be there soon." The voice mentions that he has the other Keyblade, the one that belongs to this world. The voice then adds that he's been trying to contact Riku, but the darkness in his heart has been preventing the connection. Riku asks what happened to him, and the voice says that Riku's heart won the battle against the darkness, but it was far too late for his body, and that's why Riku is in this place of darkness, where hearts are gathered. Riku asks what he should do, and the voice says the door to darkness will open soon, but it's a door they can't enter. It has to be closed from both sides, and in order to do that, they need 2 keys and 2 hearts. Riku's like, yeah, but like, is Sora and Kairi okay? And the voice like, bro, look in your heart. They're fine. You already know that. Now let's get a move on.
Search your feelings. You know it to be true.
If you want to know how your friends are doing, simply gaze into your organs.
I mean, I told you, Star Wars. Anyways, Riku's like, yeah, sure.
I was making a silly joke. Their point is still bad.
No.
What if I told you that Luke Skywalker's already in these games?
No,
I will throttle you.
No.
Anyway,
we're jumping mute outside his house tomorrow.
I am outside on my Game Boy recording. I'm breaking it now. I got a key to your house, motherfucker. Let me in.
Riku's like, yeah, sure, okay, and he starts down the path. Sora, Donald, Goofy, and Beast return to Hollow Bastion, where Beast says that we'll get there. Says the princesses are still inside the castle. They all make their way back, and Belle tells them that the princesses are using their magic to hold back the darkness from the keyhole. The other princesses ask Sora to hurry and seal it, because the darkness is starting to pour out. They also mention that Ansem got swallowed by the darkness, and he was smiling as it consumed him. Ooh. They enter the keyhole, fight the massive behemoth Heartless, and kill it. They exit the keyhole, and the Final Fantasy crew's back.
The Final Fantasy people are back.
I forgot these people were in this game.
Yeah, this is their home
High
world.
definition, normal proportions. I'm not used to that shit.
Yeah, this is their home world. They mentioned that if Ansem is defeated, all of the worlds should be restored, including Sora's Island. But in doing so, all of the worlds will be separated again, which means goodbye. Sora says he'll just visit them in the gummy ship, but they're like, bro, when the worlds are separated,
that ain't gonna work.
There's invisible walls. The Heartless destroyed those walls, and then when the worlds return, so will the walls. And Leon says, we may never meet again, but we'll never forget each other. Aerith adds, no matter where you are, our hearts will bring us together again. And Yuffie ends it off by saying, besides, I couldn't forget you even if I wanted to. Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
Oh, brother. That's how I feel anytime I hear Kingdom Hearts dialogue. I swear. It's always been just so corny.
But it's great. It's fun corny.
They
wish Sora luck.
I don't know if that's a correct opinion.
They wish Sora luck, and he seals the final keyhole. The princesses thank Sora for his help, but mention that a powerful darkness is growing somewhere far away. It's the heart of the darkness, and it must be where Ansem went, and Sora, Donald, and Goofy set off for their final challenge.
It's still not over?
Bro, I thought we've hit like 4 endings now already. We're on ending 5.
They arrive at the end of the world. While traveling through...
That's the Shrine of Want from Dark Souls 2.
They find the strange...
Wow.
They find a strange-looking machine with pods surrounding the base. Sora accesses the terminal and reads, one's born of the heart and darkness, devoid of hearts ravage all worlds and bring desolation. Seize all hearts and consummate the great heart. All hearts to be one heart to encompass all. Realize the destiny, the realm of Kingdom Hearts. The great darkness...
They said it!
The great darkness sealed with the great heart. Progeny of darkness come back to the eternal darkness, for the heart of light shall unseal the path. 7 hearts, 1 keyhole, 1 key to the door to darkness tied by 2 keys, the door to darkness to seal the light. None shall pass but shadows, returning to the darkness. One's born of the heart and darkness, hunger for every heart until the dark door opens. This machine is stupid important, and I want you both to remember it.
Well, I'm gonna remember that ridiculous monologue made up of exactly 4 words and nothing else. I wanted to tell you that if I mixed myself a hurricane, big tall drink, it would be drained. You didn't use prepositions or anything else. That was just a constant stream between the words light, dark, key, heart.
It's just how do they
Open a thesaurus, jackasses?
How did they even get a script out? How did anybody read this?
Let's say, how do voice actors read this shit and not just die?
These ones came up in a dialogue bubble. You're reading it off of the computer.
Yeah, because they couldn't get a person to voice it without cracking up.
Jeez, I was like, it's in some of my narrations, I've had to stop and just fucking what?
Damn, this guy can really write, huh?
Yeah, it's just like, how do you? Fucking,
God, I can't wait to walk you guys through The World Ends With You. Oh, it's gonna be great. They continue on and have a boss fight against Chernobog from Fantasia.
Okay, what? I'm just rolling with the punches now. Every one of these fucking villains comes out, I'm like, you know what? Why not? Sure.
Yes, breakdown.
Fantasia, yeah, sure.
It can't get worse. And then it gets worse, and invariably.
And it's actually really cool because they use the song from Fantasia as the battle music. It's really cool.
Unfortunately, that's fucking wicked.
Yeah, that's actually dope as hell. Night on Bald Mountain is top tier.
They arrive at a door, and a voice echoes to Sora, "Careful, this is the last haven you'll find here. Beyond, there is no light to protect you. But don't be afraid. Your heart is the mightiest weapon of all. Remember, you are the one who will open the door to the light."
Thought it was his friends.
They walk through and arrive on the beaches of Destiny Island. They explore for a moment before going into the cave, and they hear Ansem's voice say, "This world has been connected, tied to the darkness. soon to be completely eclipsed.
That's what he said at the beginning of the game.
Wow.
Parts of the island start to vanish and transform, and Ansem's voice continues. There is so very much to learn, you understand so little. A meaningless effort. One who knows nothing can understand nothing. A flash of light.
How more generically edgy can this asshole's dialogue get?
The Seeker of Darkness is great. I love him. He's so much fun. He's so goofy.
No, Goofy
painful.
is the dog, remember?
True. Anyways, a flash of light covers the screen, and we fade back to see the Destiny Islands completely deformed, with Riku in his dark armor standing at the edge of the sand. They approach Riku, and we hear Ansem speak again. Take a look at this tiny place. To the heart seeking freedom, this island is a prison surrounded by water. And so this boy sought to escape from his prison. He sought a way to cross into other worlds, and he opened his heart to darkness.
If I open those worlds over there, will we finally be free?
I would give you a high five for a Titan reference right now, buddy.
Hey.
Riku transforms into Ansem, and Sora calls out for Riku, but Ansem says, "Don't bother. Your voice can no longer reach him where he is. His heart belongs again to darkness.
We tried to connect your call, but this person is offline.
All worlds begin in darkness, and all so end. The heart is no different. Darkness sprouts within it. It grows, consumes it. Such is its nature. In the end, every heart returns to the darkness whence it came. You see, darkness is the true essence of the heart." Sora snaps
What the
back.
crap is this talking about, bro?
Careful not to cut my monitor on all that fucking edge. It's so it's not even the good kind of edgy. It's just so generically pointless.
Hearts have darkness.
God,
Darkness.
it
Hearts,
sounds-
friendship, love, darkness, hearts and darkness.
It sounds like that one asshole in high school who wore a trench coat made out of duct tape. That's what it fucking sounds like.
I thought you were going to
what a
say
nerd.
it sounds like the guy who wears the My Chemical Romance jacket, and I was like, aw.
Well, you know, I see where some of your characters in D&D fucking get it.
What characters? I'm the DM!
Indeed.
Sora snaps back. That's not true. The heart may be weak, and sometimes it may even give in. But I've learned that deep down, there's a light that never goes out. Ansem looks down at Sora and says,
fucking say friends or love, I'm gonna...
Ansem looks down on Sora and says, "So you have come this far and still understand nothing. Every light must fade. Every heart return to darkness." He
And we will
summons...
sail to 1 billion worlds
He summons...
until every light is extinguished.
He summons the dark figure. The dark figure is
Miku
important.
wishes he was that cool.
Honestly.
The dark figure is important. Keep him in mind for later.
What the fuck is that?
Boss fight against the dark figure and Ansem here. Ansem floats away.
Against Shadow Clown and Jackass in a thrift store outfit.
Ansem floats away unfazed by the battle and destroys the massive tree on the island, forming another boss arena. Sora hops in, but Donald and Goofy are stopped by an invisible barrier again, and Sora 1v1s a Darkseid, one of the bad guys from the beginning of the game. He then 2v1s Ansem and the dark figure. Ansem drags Sora, Donald, and Goofy into the darkness, and his voice echoes out, "Behold the endless abyss. Within it lies the heart of all worlds. Kingdom Hearts." Look at-
They said it again.
That we got it twice.
This is the first time it's actually said. The other one was a text bubble. Anyways,
Shut
look as hard, look as hard as you are able. You'll not find even the smallest glimmer of light. From those dark depths, all hearts are born. Even
light,
yours.
darkness, light, heart, kingdom hearts, darkness, light.
Darkness conquers all worlds.
My dreams tonight are just gonna be those 4 words on repeat, nothing else. I'm gonna when they torture me into insanity in a government black site, that's just what they're gonna play. Those 4 words on a loop, and I'm gonna go nuts.
I'm gonna be on my date tomorrow. I'll be looking off into the distance, and I'll be talking about, do you feel the darkness in your heart?
This is the sleeper.
Oh, no.
This is the sleeper agent activation code right here.
We turn and reveal that Ansem has turned himself into a giant aircraft carrier.
What is the fuck is that?
Fucking what?
We
What?
we suddenly took a trip to Warhammer 40K by way of
It's like-
Doom.
We got like the Tyranid bioship or something. What?
What?
I needed a story about this.
There's no explanation. He's just a giant ship with a double-bladed batwing sword.
He flies now?
He flies
He
now.
flies now.
Sora, Donald, and Goofy fall into darkness, and as Sora falls, he hears Riku's voice call out, "Giving up already? Come on, Sora. I thought you were stronger than that." And Sora flies up to challenge the
Bitch, you were evil 5 minutes
final boss of the game.
ago. Oh, thank God, we're almost there,
So wait,
boys.
is it the spaceship or is it Miku? I can't remember.
No, Miku is actually the ship name for Mickey and Riku. We'll get there.
That's vile.
What?
That's not okay. Sorry, guys.
Sora
Sorry,
beats
Tumblr
Ansem.
shippers, you're not valid.
Sora beats Ansem, and the giant ship explodes, reverting him back to his normal form. Ansem struggles and says it is futile. The Keyblade alone cannot seal the door to darkness. He turns to the door to Kingdom Hearts and yells out, "Kingdom Hearts, fill me with the power of darkness."
More
the door
like Kingdom Farts.
As the door begins to part, Ansem opens himself to it and continues, "Supreme darkness." But Sora stops him, saying, "You're wrong. I know now, without a doubt, Kingdom Hearts is light." The door shoots open,
No.
and light fills the
No.
void. Ansem stares back, barely making out, "Light? But why?" Before he is incinerated
No.
by the light of Kingdom Hearts.
Okay.
We're in a marathon, right? Desperately supporting each other, hobbling to the finish line.
I've had the Traverse Town theme on loop as my brain is melting.
It only gets better.
Ugh.
Sora, Donald, and Goofy run forward to push the door closed, and looking inside, they can see thousands of Heartless preparing to escape. They push and push, but the door doesn't budge until a hand reaches out of the door, and we hear Riku say, "Don't give up. Come on, Sora.
Yeah.
Together we can do it." Sora confirms, and they start moving the door, but a few dark sides start to rise behind Riku. Suddenly, the dark sides are vanquished, as King Mickey makes his appearance.
Michael Mouse, the rodent himself.
The
Note.
copyright rat with a keyblade.
Note that he is shirtless. We'll get to that later.
Why is that important?
We'll get to it later. Mickey calls out, "Now, Sora, let's close this door for good." They keep pushing it shut, and Mickey continues, "Don't worry, there will always be a door to the light." The door closes completely, and as it shuts, Riku tells Sora, "Take care of her." Sora nods, and the door closes. Sora and Mickey fire beams of light from their keyblades, locking the door from both sides, trapping Riku and King Mickey in the realm of darkness.
Thank God Disney is vanquished forever.
The
world was better for it.
The worlds begin to reconstitute themselves, and Sora has flashbacks of him and Riku hanging out on the islands, watching sunsets, laughing and having fun, and running around with Kairi. Speaking of Kairi, Sora turns around and sees her standing on a piece of the Destiny Islands, and it's starting to return to the realm of light. As she starts to drift away, Sora takes her hand and tells her, "Remember what you said before? I'm always with you too. I'll come back to you. I promise." They both stretch to keep hold of each other, and right before their fingers leave each other's hands, she calls back, "I know you will," and their hands separate. Sora watches as she disappears, returning home. The Destiny Islands reform around Kairi as Sora is left behind. Kairi returns to the cave on the island and sees that Sora had added the drawings that they had made as kids, and she sheds a tear before adding to it herself, sharing the Paupu fruit with Sora.
And we're right back to the Destiny bananas.
We cut back to Sora, Donald, and Goofy walking through rolling green hills, talking about
God,
finding
still
Riku
more.
and Mickey.
We're
When
on
they-
ending 6.
When they see Pluto with a letter in his mouth, marked by the King's seal. Pluto takes off down the path, leading Sora, Donald, and Goofy to their next adventure. Roll credits. But wait! There's more!
There's more.
So while exploring through the games, you actually do find, or through the game, you find Ansem's reports that the Final Fantasy crew had mentioned. And I'm just going to read them off for you. They're real quick. Number 1. Much of my life has been dedicated to the pursuit of knowledge. That knowledge has guarded this world well. Not a soul doubts that. I am blessed with people's smiles and respect. But though I am called a sage, there are things I do not understand. I believe darkness sleeps in every heart, no matter how pure. Given the chance, the smallest drop can spread and swallow the heart. I have witnessed it many times. Darkness. Darkness of the heart. How is it born?
Me.
Darkness, imprisoning me.
How does it come to affect us? As the ruler of this world, I must find the answers. I must find them before the world is lost and those taken by the darkness. Number 2.
Bang up job, buddy.
It is my duty to expose what this darkness really is. I shall conduct the following experiment. Extract the darkness from a person's heart. Cultivate the darkness in a pure heart. Both suppress and amplify the darkness within. The experiments caused the test subject's heart to collapse, including those of the most stalwart. How fragile our hearts are. My treatment produced no signs of recovery. I confined those who had completely lost their hearts beneath the castle. Sometimes later, I went below and was greeted by the strangest sight. Creatures that seemed to be born of darkness. What are they? Are they truly sentient beings? Could they be shadows of those who lost their hearts in my experiments? Number 3. The shadows that crawl beneath the castle. Are they the people that lost their hearts or incarnations of darkness? Or something entirely beyond my imagination? All my knowledge has provided no answer. One thing I am sure of is that they are entirely devoid of emotion. Perhaps further study will unlock the mysteries of the heart. Fortunately, there is no shortage of test samples. They are multiplying underground even as I write this report. They still need a name. Those who no longer have hearts. I will call them
10 guesses.
the Heartless.
Yeah. About as creative as I expected.
Number 4. The Heartless appear in groups and are multiplying rapidly. I've provided them both living and non-living samples. They've responded only to the living. They seem to multiply after absorbing something from the living creatures. Their prey vanishes without a trace. I believe the Heartless are taking hearts. They are born from those who've lost their hearts, and thrive on hearts seized from others. The hearts taken by the Heartless become heartless themselves. Though I lack proof, I am confident in this hypothesis. I must also study their behavioral principles. Though they lack emotion, they do seem to have some intelligence. How to communicate with them? It's just occurred to me. Could they be the darkness in people's hearts? 5. To study the Heartless behavior, I picked one out of the observation. It wiggled its antenna and, as if sensing a target, headed deep into the castle. In the deepest part of the castle, its antenna began vibrating, as if searching for something. Suddenly, a strange door appeared. I'd never known of its existence. It had a large keyhole, but it didn't seem to be locked, so I opened the door.
You said keyhole, but I definitely heard pee hole.
Oh.
The door had a urethra. This bears further study.
What I saw on the other side mystified me. What was that powerful mass of energy? That night, I observed a great meteor shower in the sky. Could it be related to the door that I have opened? 6. A massive core
How
of
many
energy.
of these are there?
13. 13 is a very important number in this series. We'll get to that. A massive core of energy lay beyond the door sought by the Heartless. It may be the ultimate goal of the Heartless, but what is that energy? I have devised a hypothesis, based upon my observations of the Heartless. The Heartless feed on the other hearts, and they yearn for that energy core. That thing beyond the door must be a heart. The heart of this world. There is no proof, but having felt that immense energy, I am certain. That was the heart of the world. The Heartless are trying to take the hearts, not only from all living creatures, but from the planet itself. But what do they mean to do with the heart of the world? 7.
Make space gummies with it.
We're getting there.
Oh, I should not be right off a stupid marijuana joke. If this series can be brought down to that synopsis.
Ansem's report number 7. I am now studying material from the meters that rained down that fateful night. What a find! The material is foreign to our world. It is elastic to the touch, and when two pieces are combined, they bond easily. None of the records even mention such a substance. Was it introduced to the world when I opened the door? I wonder how many other such materials drift through the atmosphere of this tiny world. I wish I could soar off and find out. Could there be uncharted worlds up there? My curiosity never ceases to grow. But I should stop speaking of such unrealistic dreams. For now, there is no way to venture outside the world. My people and I are all but prisoners of this tiny place. Number 8. There is no doubt that the Heartless are deeply connected to the people's hearts. Further study may unravel both their motivations and the mysteries shrouding the hearts. As a start, I have built a device that artificially creates Heartless. By recreating the conditions that spawned the Heartless naturally, I should be able to produce them artificially. This device is the culmination of all my research thus far. The machine's test run successfully created a Heartless. This may be a step towards creating a heart from nothing. The artificially and naturally created Heartless showed nearly identical traits, but the two types remain distinct for the purpose of the experiment, so I'll mark the ones that are created artificially. So that emblem that was on the front of Ansem's chest, a bunch of Heartless have that, and that's how you determine a pureblood Heartless from an artificial.
Huh.
So the Heartless are racist.
Sure. Number 9. Simply astonishing. Today I had a guest from another world. He's a king, and his vessel is built of the material that composed the meteors. He called these pieces gummy blocks. It seems that my opening the door has opened a path to interworld travel. We talked for countless hours, but one story in particular caught my interest, that of a key, called the Keyblade. The Keyblade is said to hold phenomenal power. One legend says its wielder saved the world, while another says it wrought chaos upon it. I must know what this Keyblade is. A key opens doors. It must be connected to the door I've opened. 10. Just as people have hearts, so do worlds. The same can be said of stars in the night sky, and deep within each world lies a door to its heart. The Heartless desire those hearts, born out of the darkness in people's hearts. They seek to return the great heart to the great heart. Yes, that's it. The Heartless come from people's hearts, as does the darkness.
Oh, God, that was the most Kingdom Hearts sentence I've ever heard.
Is the core
I don't even have a joke.
Is the core of the world's heart the world of the Heartless? I will pursue the answer there and become all-knowing. My path is set. I shall seek out the wielder of the Keyblade and the princesses. My body is too frail for such a journey, but I must do this. I will cast it off and plunge into the depths of darkness. Number 11. Opening the door to a world's heart causes its walls to crumble. These fragments are shooting stars. This explains why these gummy blocks can travel freely to other worlds. I know the catalyst of this collapse, the appearance of the Heartless. However, it will take time to search out the world's doors and retrieve each heart. Furthermore, the doors can be locked using a Keyblade, making the heart forever unattainable. I must take action before the wielder of the key appears in this world. If the princesses and the Keyblade are connected, they should resonate. I've chosen a girl. I don't know if she holds the princess's powers, but I will find out. She may lead me to the key bearer. I shall set her free and observe. Sound familiar?
Oh, Kyrie was a plant.
Oh, which means Kyrie's from Hollow Bastion.
Which we... Ooh.
That's why she doesn't know where she's from.
Oh, no.
Number 12. The body is gone. The heart should have returned to the Heartless, and yet nothing. This one is unlike any other. Its memories remain, and it has yet to take the form of a Heartless. A close eye must be kept on the situation. Much is still unknown. To get to the realm of darkness, one must go through the door of Kingdom Hearts, the place where the world's hearts connect. Beyond this world is a place in which darkness reigns. Details shall be archived in a separate report. There are many worlds in existence, some of which we know nothing about. The world in which we live, the realm of darkness, the realm of light, and the world in between, wherein lies true nirvana. Number 13. Where does the body go when it's separated from the heart? If the soul remains within the body, is it still considered to be deceased? When the heart returns to the Heartless, the physical form disappears. But that is merely true in this world. Perhaps the body exists in another form in another world. If that is the case, then it is possible for one to exist in two worlds, a being that is neither darkness nor light, belonging nowhere, abandoned by its heart, a mere shell of its former self. The relation between the heart and the body is complex. However, I am certain that if your self exists here, then by definition, the other cannot truly exist. The other, the one which does not exist, shall be dubbed nobody.
Oh, you see, that's
Sequel.
that's the sequel stuff, because the nobodies, they're like gooey and silver.
Now, there are also several
Yeah.
optional bosses in Kingdom Hearts, but there are only two that are actually important. The first one is
Oh my
Sora.
God.
Sora can fight Sephiroth at Olympus Coliseum, and after defeating him, Cloud comes in and he and Sephiroth have an anime battle in the sky.
Of course.
The other is a cloaked figure wearing a black robe. Goofy asks if he is Ansem, and the figure responds, "That name rings familiar." He turns to look at Sora and says, "You remind me of him." Sora asks, What's that supposed to mean? But then the figure fires a laser at Sora, who blocks it.
As one does.
The figure then says, "It means you are not whole. You are incomplete. Allow me to test your strength." The figure then summons 2 laser swords into his hands. He has lightsabers, baby! And fights Sora. The figure is impressed, remarking, "This will be enjoyable." Sora asks, "What are you talking about?" And the figure responds, "It is beyond your comprehension for now, until we meet again." Sora asks, "What are you?" And as the figure disappears, he says, "I am but a mere shell."
Dun, dun.
And then there's even more. How do you guys like post-credit scenes?
Oh my god. Special secret movie. Why?
Utter silence.
Yeah, he's definitely a villain.
What gave you that impression?
You know, I can't put my finger on it. Call it intuition.
Oh, this is aggressively 2000s.
Oh my god, that edgy-ass sword. Oh, he's got 2 and he's holding it backward.
I'm so numb. I can't
feel you there, brother. I'm pretty sure I saw this AMV in junior high.
I think so too. Wow, he's so cool.
You'll never be Dante.
This is my OC. You can read about him on DeviantArt.
Please don't steal.
Please don't steal. Aww.
Some random blindfolded dude. This isn't Jujutsu Kaisen.
He's just... What is this bullshit?
Why did I just see another number 13 on there?
I can hear, like, the Evanescence music videos.
Say. Why was it Mickey in a hood? No. That last shot was like a parting gunshot.
Speak up.
He looks just like you. Oh my lord.
Why is he just flying like that?
Rose on that one Fortnite emote.
And
I suppose we'll understand that later.
Yeah, and we end on this shot of a girl standing on a beach, watching something fall from the sky.
That's not a girl, that's Kyrie.
Presumably.
You'll never take Kyrie's heart.
So, any questions, comments, or concerns?
Man,
What is this
dumb
shit?
It's like great.
It was hyped up so hard.
It's great.
It's the most aggressively 2000s thing I have ever seen. That's a word.
Great is a word. As to whether it applies,
it's just like,
we can
I don't
discuss.
know. Something about it just, I don't know. I think it's the fact that it takes itself so seriously.
I am happy that you like it so much.
And then Donald and Goofy are there too.
I suppose somebody has to.
I'm telling you, it's a lot more self-aware than you think it is. But also,
I don't care.
I will say, Kingdom Hearts 1 is very much sappy, goofy, sugary, sweet. The later games kind of drop a lot of that because they already have their fan base now, and their fan base was starting to grow up, and it turns more into Final Fantasy than Disney. But
then you still have Disney there.
sure,
The core of the issue is also not just the Disney. That's just it looks kind of wacky.
It
The
looks
core
weird.
of the issue.
PS2, man, PS2.
It's very strange. There's stuff to appreciate about it, sure, but it's just, I don't know.
Dark light heart, dark light heart, dark light heart key.
Dark light heart key Kingdom Hearts friendship. Dark light,
I've
my friends,
activated
my
the
heart,
sleeper agent.
my heart, darkness. Darkness is all hearts return to darkness.
Darkness imprisoning me.
All that I see, it's just like I don't know. I don't know if I have even much to say about it other than it's so schlocky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we will get back to this with Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, the second game in the franchise.
But then what
Which is
about
not
Kingdom
as I
Hearts?
would expect Kingdom Hearts 2.
It was released on the Game Boy Advanced.
Is it the card one?
It is.
I think I remember being just barely able to read and trying to play that game and not knowing what the fuck I was doing.
I will say, Chain of Memories gameplay awful. It's so bad. The card system is really RNG and anyways, but the story for Chain is really, really good and really sad. And but we will pick up that when we actually do that. So thank you everyone for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and then go and visit GreenSpleenSubmarine's channel if you want to see some really weird cryptid crap.
It's not even cryptids, it's paranormal green texts. Check
There
it
are
out.
also Hyperborean Antarctic pyramids.
Yes, there's plenty of those too. So if you want to get your fix of schizophrenia, come see me.
All right,
Anyway.
boys, pray for the two of us. We don't have the strength.
Goodbye, everybody. We'll see you for Chain of Memories.
Save me. I'm chained up in his basement.
Help. Help.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching. I just wanted to give a quick thanks to Kage Okami for making the little avatars we used to distinguish between who's talking. A link to all of her stuff will be in the description below. Also, we know there were some audio issues with the recording, and we're working on them to get it all fixed for Chain of Memories. Thank you again, do all the YouTube things, and we'll see you then.